Hey y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. How y'all doing? Hit the like button because I know y'all ready to talk about this show just like I'm ready to talk about this show. Please hit the like button as you come in. If you already hit it, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'm sure some of y'all saw the message pinned to the top of the chat. Happy birthday to our own sister Kim Bird. Happy birthday to you, gorgeous, and happy belated anniversary. We're so glad to have you. We love you. Please extend that anniversary greeting to our brother-in-law as well. Okay. So glad to see you guys. So glad everybody is here. How y'all doing? I'm so happy to see you. I am. Now let me greet everybody because I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. Y'all know now this old country girl still got her manners, and I ain't gonna forget them now. Ain't no point in that. So let me slide up here real quick and holler at everybody that's in the room. Hopefully, don't nobody get mad at me, but if they do, I hope they can scratch the happy place and get glad, doggone it, because we got to greet everybody. My good sis is always here to let y'all know that you are welcome and hit that like button. Thank you so much. That's right. And be courteous in the chat. Remember to show love to everybody. This everybody's sister's house. Hey Bianca, how you doing, gorgeous? G Darling is in the house. We got Queen Mermaid in the house. I'm so glad my sister's here. Nona Perkins. What's up, lady? New subscriber. Well, you're welcome. You are so welcome. And we appreciate you. All right. I love it. I love it. I love that you love it. Chanel D. Queen, y'all. The beautiful Chanel D. Queen is in the building. Delicia Dismute. Hi, sis. How are you? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. We got happy to be happy. Speaking of happy, this lady's here. She's so happy. She got happy in her name twice. Kim Bird is here, honey. Our celebrant. Happy birthday and happy anniversary. We got our sis, Auntie Eva. How you doing, my good sis that I love so dearly, Marilyn McGowan. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that every time because I don't want her to ever forget how much I love her. We got my favorite nephew here, King Sankara. How you doing? Learning to love myself. Good to see you, sister. All right, all right. There's our little message in case you missed it. So you can show some love to our sis Kim Bird. As you know, that little cash app is our version of pinning that dollar to your shirt. So even if it's twos and fews, just show some love, okay? We got our sister here, Charlene Edwards. How are you? Good to see you. U.S. Army Bread is here to help hold the chat down, and I sure appreciate it. DS, how you doing, boo? Charlene Edwards, hey girl. I'm glad you up in here with us. Who else we got? Ooh, child. This hot flash is weighing me out, y'all. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Cheryl, you made it in here? All right now, Deborah Randall. There go my girl. Listen, when it's time to talk housewives, I be looking for Deborah. I'm like, where Deborah at? Where's Deborah? And then our other girl too. I can't never always get her name messed up, and I don't want to mess it up. When I see her, I know her. But she is another one that I be looking for when we talking housewives. Hey, Queen of Hearts, KS, how you? Oh, there's my brother Obi. Child, listen to Kenya for what? Honey, we done heard, if you heard one of Kenya's lies, you heard them all. We don't need to hear all them lies in succession, mess around and corrupt us. Hey, D. Marie, how you doing, boo? There go my Kenya, my Kia Cocoa Pop. I could never call you Kenya. That's a curse word. Darren Hood, what's happening, fam? Good to see you. Hey, Cool Gamer, what's up? Vanessa Comagate, hey, sis. All right, Nacho Twins Mama, I'm so glad to see you. All right, Kimber Kia said, check your Cash App, girl. Hey, it's the gorgeous, the stunning Niecy Rose. It is the beautiful Angie from Miami. Hey, now we got a party. What's up, Chocolate Sunshine, Mickey G's World? What's happening, girl? Uh-oh, Miss Sparkle is here, y'all. This is our resident Mary Kay lady. Don't sleep on her and don't sleep on Mary Kay. They got what you need. Hey, Lala Chanel. How are you? Maybelline Reynolds, good to see you. Hey, Tracy Lashley. Rochelle, hey, girl. Good to see you. All right, all right. We in there, we in there. Deandra made it. Hey, D. CC Miller, sis, I'm so glad that you stopped in. Don't worry, you came for a Kiki. You know I'm gonna work hard for you tonight. I'm gonna give you your laughs tonight. Hold on, let me get a rubber band and pull my hair back. That's how serious I am about it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my I got a little bag full of rubber bands. You know how they put the reefer in them little bags. I got a little reefer bag. with rubber bands in it. I'm pulling out one right now. I'm finna pull back my hair. Hot flash or no. I'm gonna give Cece her laughs. Girl, I'm so glad to see you. I'm finna cut up tonight just for you. I promise you that. I ain't gonna disappoint you. So glad to see you, sis. We love you always, and we always got your back. My peanut is in the chat. Hey, baby girl, That's Mama Tugger. That Mama Tugger right there. Tyler Net, what's happening, lady? Good to see you. You doing homework and sipping wine. I know that's right. Hey, LJ, what's going on? Ooh, child. Did I get everybody? Did I mess around and get everybody? If I didn't, y'all let me know. I don't want to miss nobody. Hold on, Zeline. Hey, Zeline. Hey, Tanya Hudson. How you doing? All right, Miss Peaches. N.O. Hey, from the N.O. Well, hey, right back at you. I'm so glad to see you. All right, Catherine Bennett. Hey, sister. You know I was looking for you too. This another one be knowing her housewife stuff. She be bringing it. Lil Mackie, you say this episode had me hollering. Girl in the parking lot all that time. M. Jess, what's happening? You know we finna talk about them heifers. You know we got to do it. Jackie Gaines, my sister, is here. Look here. Emerald, get this cat. Get this thing away from me. DV, what's going on, baby? I'm sorry, y'all. This cat on my last nerves. I can't take her. Hey, Diana D. All right, all right. Woo, child. Baby, the family's all here. Y'all heard that fugitive hollering. She was trying not to get out my room, but she clearly got to go. Hey, Candace Lane. Yvette, how you doing, girl? Woo, child. I'm trying to get everybody. Marquise Register, what's happening, baby? Good to see you. Oh, child, did I get everybody yet? Did I get everybody? Amy J, how you doing? All right, Annie Gant, good to see you. Uh-oh, Kimber Monique in the house. I know she coming with one for me. I know she got one for me. If anybody do, she do. All right, I done made it. I done made it. I greeted everybody. If anybody else come in, y'all greet them for me. If I miss them, let's talk about these heifers. Baby, it was heifers to the left, heifers to the doggone right. They was doing it tonight, y'all. They was doing it. Yeah, Chocolate Sunshine, that cat got to go. That fugitive. She is a furry fugitive. Always trying to make a run for my house, trying to escape Alcatraz. Get over there. Yonder way. On the other side of the house is where you live. And she knows she live over there because all her furniture is over there. Okay, but I ain't gonna go off. I feel like Bernie Mac when he was fussing about his nieces and his nephew in his house. This darn cat, I get up 2 in the morning, she up talking about him downstairs. Keep her over there. Sick of that thing. But I ain't gonna fuss about the cat tonight. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. One of these days, don't be surprised if you don't get word. Me and that cat, and both of us done got picked up for slap boxing in the middle of the street because it's coming. It's coming. So now let's talk about it. Y'all, let's get into this thing. So now the episode start off with bull crap, in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna go straight to it. Right, some milk and cookies. That's what that cat always trying to do, get some milk and cookies. So anyway, y'all, Kenya show up to the house. You know, she being all loud, extra fake friendly. And we know it's fake when she's smiling too much. The heifer don't do it often. Her face be confused when she go to smiling like that. But she was being fake friendly or whatever, you know, talking to Sanya and them or whatever like that. And talking about she done rented her lake house down the street. Just being extra. When we all know what it was. You showed up to try to ruin the trip. And you managed to do it. You managed to do it. So it's cool. Then Drew was like, you know, hey, she brought bad energy. You know, she's not bad. And Drew said she brought good energy. She hoped she brought her bags. Because she said she can't go through another Kenya and Marlo fight, which I can understand that. Don't nobody want to sit there while you got an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Because all you're going to get is clash. It's just boom. Everybody else going to suffer. Like they say, when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffer. So I can understand Drew's standpoint on that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Both of them got big attitudes and mess, and it wasn't going to go nowhere. Yeah, Kenya needed that check. And guess what? I'm not mad at her for needing that check. That girl got a whole baby to raise. And, you know, Mark trying to finish up his settlement, you know, for his agreement that he got with her. Yeah, she's the villain as usual. She don't know how not to be. You say, was that the Grinch costume? It could have been. It could have been. Now, sis, I can't swear to it. You say, hold on, exactly why I'll never see it for Kenya ever. Me either. Me either. I don't know why she didn't get drunk on this trip. She'd have been so much more enjoyable. But anyway, Marlo greeted her. and was like, I hug you from over here because I know you don't want to hug me. You know what I'm saying? And I could respect that. I could respect that because that was a matter of, look, I know you don't like me. I may not like you, all well and good, but I'm greeting you. Child, here come Kenya. Oh, I'm not gonna do that because I'm phony, because that's phony. She didn't tell you to actually hug her. She said, I hug you from over here because I know you don't want me to touch you. That was it. Kenya came there looking for a fight. She was looking for it to be something. And she tried her hardest to make it into something. But we're going to talk about that a little bit further. Let's get through what happened before I start giving too much of my opinion, because y'all know my mouth. Y'all know my mouth. So, anyway, Sanya, of course, Marlo told her, when you get a second, stop by and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you real quick or whatever, just whenever you get a minute. And she was like, "Did you hear me?" Yeah, okay. Yeah, being rude and silly and passive aggressive, which still goes back to the question. If this lady bothered you so much, why would you drive 3 hours up there to be around her while pretending that she bothering you? See, this is why I always say the people who support Kenya and her shenanigans are just as delusional as she is. Eva say Kenya was hurt, she got gathered when she popped. Yep, that's exactly what happened. That's what it was. So yeah, she was being mean and messy. She was, and I was really. I'm gonna say this now. Y'all know I had to get on Marlo the other time because she was getting on my nerves. Hey, Veronica. But the truth of the matter is, I was proud of Marlo this episode. I was. I'm telling you. Let me tell y'all. Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all why yet, but I'm gonna tell y'all just to give you a little bit of a warning. I was proud of Marlo this episode because I promise you, Kenya would have had the worst day of her life if she was bothering with Seanitra. I promise you that. But she'd have had a bad day of plenty of times fooling with me. She probably would have quit that show fooling with me. But anyway, moving right along. So Sanya asked her, like, are you going to go talk to Marlo? Like, go talk to her. The girl said she wanted to holler at you or whatever. Go talk to her. And she was like, and she said she kept a gift for you and everything else. So Marlo was still trying to push through and still be positive, even though she can respect the fact that, hey, maybe they just don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You got to be able to expect that. Everybody ain't gonna dig you. You know what I mean? Darren Hood said Marlo took a major step. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She took a major step. Major. Right. Kenya Nook, but she ain't gonna buck. No, you can look at that hooker and tell she can't fight. That's why she talks so much. Hey, Dana Cutler, what's up, Miss Black and Yellow? So anyway, she's like, she ain't in no hurry or whatever. And Sonya was trying to talk to her about it or whatever. And, she was just being negative. Oh, she got demons, this, that, and the third. I'm still trying to figure out if this lady got demons, why did you bring your behind up there? This is also after you told Kandi, I ain't coming up there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what did you show up for? That's what she came to do, hijack the trip. But sometimes when you allow people to do what they want to do, they expose themselves. Ain't nobody gonna be able to defend your actions unless they just as delusional as you. And that's just that. So anyway, then Sonya asked her, like, hey, are you staying? And she's like, she basically didn't really give no answers. And oh, the girl got demons and all this stuff. And Sonya was like, hey, this, she going through a lot. And I really feel like Marlo is a good person. Deep down, she just got a tough exterior, yada, yada. But to be honest, I feel the same way. I feel like it's some good in Marlo. I don't see too much good in Kenya. Other than, like I said before, I give her credit. She seems to be a very good mama. But other than that, I don't really see no good in her. That's a nasty heifer. So Kenya went to talking about, them churn and this and that. Now, I'm going to tell you what got me. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. Okay? This is what there go my girl, Debbie Garcia. I was looking for you. You know when I'm talking housewives, I'm looking for Debbie, and Deborah Randall. It's something about y'all Debs. Y'all don't play. Say Kenya wanted to ruin Marlo's trip, and she wanted it to be about her. Exactly. Right. Kenya's had no successful relationships with nobody. Pray for her daughter. That's true. That's true. But I'm gonna say this in all honesty and sincerity. I pray that she has a successful relationship with her baby. I pray that she has that, not just for the child's sake, but for her sake too. Maybe that'll help her heal that little that big nasty gaping hole in her head, because something's wrong with her in real life. Okay, but back to this. This is what bothered me. Now, one, let me just say this. Hey, DM Rocks. Child, we sure gonna talk about Drew and this goddamn barking and that darn dog treat. Yeah, she needs everything to be about her. This is somebody who's felt overlooked, so now she tries to insert herself into everything. What's up, Cha Cha? But y'all, listen. This is what I got a problem with, right? Okay. First of all, this is for Marlo, Kenya, anybody. Stop saying that people is talking about your children when they talking about you. If somebody say you a bad mama, they not talking about your kids. They talking about you. Now, what Kenya did, she ain't necessarily right. She ain't no icon to me either. You won a beauty contest, so did 100 other girls, baby. Vanessa Williams was the icon. I'm not sure exactly what you are. Okay, I'm not sure. Lala said, I agree, Marlo's mouth may be treacherous, but I'm used to that kind of talk. It reminds me of McKen. Yeah, the way she talks throw people off that's not accustomed to that. The way she talked don't bother me. I just think she needs help. I think that is the one relationship she does value. I hope so. But listen now, we got to cover this. We got to get this out the way because people use this too often. It's almost matter of fact, and see, I get where Marlo was coming from and how she felt sensitive about people attacking her for her decision, but you need to call it, don't attack me for my decision. Okay, don't say she was talking about the children because that's not what she did. She didn't talk about them. Okay, but put the shoe on the other foot. Kenya did the same thing to Nene. Nene was basically saying you big as hell, and she turned around. She was talking about my baby. No, ho, she was talking about you. Okay, but that let's get that out the way. If somebody talks about you as it refers to how you relate to your kid or you in relation to your child, that is not talking about your child, and I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. It's real sickening. It's real sickening. Okay. Now, what I did not like about what Kenya did in that moment was what she always do. She made it about her. Oh, see what that happened to me when I was with my mama's people. My grandmama said she was gonna watch me, and then she told me I had to get out. Girl, don't be skipping around the story. If you're gonna tell a story to make it about you, tell the whole story. Tell them people what the hell you was doing. Tell them about your hoe hopping and coochie popping. Tell them why your grandmama said, "Get your monkey behind out my house." Okay. Now let's keep it all the way funky. See, I be trying not to say stuff because I be done heard things that I ain't got no business repeating. But if we gonna really tell the truth, keep it a buck, baby. Don't say that lady just woke up and said, "Can you get out?" You know what the hell you was doing in that woman's house. See, this is why I don't like Kenya. Kenya good for playing the victim. And then not only playing the victim, you digging deep down in your own memory banks to try to make these children situation about you. Okay, P.S. Let's talk about all the ways that this ain't nothing like you. One, them kids ain't running around ho hopping. That's number one. Number two, those children's mama is in jail with a drug problem. That was not your mother's story. Number three, these children is with their auntie who said that she needed a break. She did not say you can't stay here, get the hell out. She said I need a break, and she's still financially providing for them at her sister's house. And as we know, she got them back because when them people kicked in her door, she took them children with her to her safe room. So ain't nobody throw her away. Ain't nobody throw them children away, sugar. She took a break. You got thrown away. Now I ain't saying it's right, but let's always be real, shall we? See, that's why I don't like skinny paws. Skinny paws always lying, playing the victim, everything about me. These children going through a real thing with their mama in jail. Number one, they trying to adjust to living with their auntie. They don't know Marlo like that. They know her, but it's different when you got to live with people. So these children are having to adjust to living with their bougie auntie, with their bougetto auntie, because Marlo still got a little ghetto on her. She want the house clean, and as we all know, teenagers just ain't clean. Them Negroes ain't clean. You be sitting up there like about to rip your head off and throw it at them. Children ain't clean. Marlo got to adjust to that. Marlo ain't never been nobody mama. So the fact that they needed a break from each other, it's not the end of the world. It's the healthiest thing to do, Kenya. You might have turned out to be a better person if somebody had took a break and didn't just throw you away when you were showing your behind. Simple. It's as simple as that. But as we know, like we just saw on social media, like she made that girl having a home invasion all about her. Now she want to make with these children going through this very real, very traumatic situation. she still need to make that all about her. Now that's what I don't like. But they need to stop all this. You talking about the children, don't talk about the children stuff. They getting on my nerves with that. They getting on my nerves with that. Stop that. And y'all please remember to hit that like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Appreciate you. Thank you. So now listen. Listen now. So then after she did all that and I ran away and stayed with an ex-boyfriend, that already tell me what kind of girl you was. You was in high school with a Negro that you was going with that you could go lay up at his house, girl. We already know what kind of girl you were. We already know what kind of girl you were. We got it. We got it. The fact that they slowed down the vehicle, you jumped out, ran off for weeks to lay up with a man. Thank you for telling us, baby. We already knew, but thank you for telling us. Okay? You talk what you say, Miss Peaches, nobody wanted Kenya. And that's what's wrong with her. She still ain't got over that. Like, and let me tell you something. All of us ain't always been accepted. You got to get to a point where you learn to accept yourself. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Ain't nobody guaranteed to like you. Ain't nobody guaranteed to love you. Not even your mama sometimes. But you got to learn how to accept and love yourself and stop running around attacking other people that didn't inflict that trauma on you, man. Same thing with Marlo. That's why I say Marlo need help. I'm glad to see in the upcoming episode that she actually going to get some. Kenya, where your therapist at? Deborah saying, I didn't no more believe that lie Kenya told than the man in the moon. She stayed with the ex-boyfriend. Where was his parents? There you go. Child, for all we know, he could have been grown. Lala said, being in Marlo's situation, I understand her on a whole new level. I'm telling you, it's not easy. These children is terrible. Hey, Kim and Nicole, say Marlo told them boys to get the F out. She told her sister she don't care what she do with them, but they got to get out. She said 30 days. 30 days. That's what she said. Tell it again, King Sankara, with a grown dope dealer. Facts. Y'all, please hit the like button. Say amen. Be transparent and get help. At least Marlo admits it. That's my thing. I'm not finna pretend with nobody. I'm not finna live in the land of make believe with you. You know you wrong. Stop it. Bringing up old crap from your past, telling half a story, as they say, telling half a truth and a whole lie about what went on in your past that has nothing to do with these kids to make it all about you. But we see you, girl. Those of us with eyes can see you. Okay, we see you. We see you, Sanya. We see you, baby. So anyway, Sanya was just like, "Hey, I like them both, or whatever." And Sanya acknowledges basically like Marlo ain't never planned to be no parent, and oh, you don't, and Kenya, oh, you don't get to take no breaks, baby. No, you don't get to take no breaks because you laid down and paid for a procedure to get a baby. You set out to be a mother. This was a situation. She stepped in it. I still believe she stepped in it initially because she thought it was going to be easy. It'll be cute photo ops. It'll make her look good on the show. And I think Marlo found out the hard way that being a parent ain't as easy as letting people live in your house and buying them something to eat. It ain't that simple. Tracy said they teens, right? Sometimes your own teens push you to the edge. Girl, who you telling? Who you telling? You right now. Child, probably so. Probably so. Hey, Kimber Monique, you back? Okay. But yeah, that was something. And then everybody got glam on deck or whatever, and I thought that was nice. That was nice. Everybody getting their makeup and stuff, all the ladies being pretty. I enjoyed it. Then here comes Sanya. Now, this is where Sanya had me, looking at her a certain sort of way. Because she claimed, well, let's just get into it. Because she claimed she was being the peacemaker, but that ain't how peacemakers do. Right, right. Marquis says saying you should stay out of Marlo and Kenya. Now that's what I'm thinking. But if she said 30 days after the fact, because her sister said 30 days, Marlo traumatized them further. I agree that they were traumatized with her mouth. I also agreed that her sister was right in checking her and telling her, Marlo, you can't just say everything to them children because they already going through stuff. So she did wrong in how she did it, but taking a break just ain't bad. I'm sorry, Kimmy, it ain't. Because would we rather her keep them babies there while she's not right in the head and be cussing at them, verbally abusing them, and causing more damage? I mean, I'm just saying, let's be real. Let's think about this. Do we want the children damaged just so she can save face and not say that she put them children over there with her sister? Was that the best move? Would that have been the best move? Lala says, Kenya couldn't find the truth if it came with a map and road flares. Child, no, if it taped itself to her. Vanessa say that's why I think Kenya gonna have a hard time when her baby gets in the teens. I hope not. Lord knows I hope not. Because children, every kid is different. One might be easygoing, one might be crazy. Like for my poor mama, the last three, we was off the chain. The two oldest ones was real calm and she barely had to whoop them. So you just don't, when it comes to kids, you can have 12 children, same mama, same daddy. Every one of them got a different personality, you know. But those of us who've actually raised children know one thing for sure. It's a job. Even the sweet ones, they go through stuff and then they want to hide stuff and they don't talk. And they're not gonna keep your kitchen clean. And it's gonna always be you fussing about the bedroom. It's gonna always be that. Vanessa say Marlo admits she not perfect, but at least she trying. Now that's what I respect. That's what I respect. Exactly, Renee. She trying. So he would have been physically damaged, bust him out. Nephew, you better say it. When I tell you, camera crew, don't even come by here for a while. Because I'd have got me a strap, a switch, or something, and I'd have went to work. But I'm an old school mama. I'd have went to work. You ain't finna be around here punching walls, going through my room, grabbing stuff. If I say you can't play with it for a month, Joker, you ain't playing with it for a month. You ain't doing it. Hey, Sharon Fona. Yeah, I don't miss that part right there. I got the last of the Mohicans in the house right now. And I'm trying to stay in shape as best I can in case I got to go ahead and come out like clay. Deborah say I was pissed watching the ladies in the parking lot out. Girl, they got on my nerves too. They got on my last good nerve with that. But anyway, so Sanya, this is what Sanya got on my nerves, y'all. She gonna go in there to Sheree. Oh, girl, come on, because we have to go talk to Marlo because something done happened. And she goes in there to Marlo, which she didn't lie. But what was that for you to go do? How you gonna sit up there and say you the peacemaker? Baby, the peacemaker know when to withhold information. You knew Marlo was coming up there because she need to relax. You the main one talking about, we need to support her. She need to relax. This need to be about her. Why in the world would you go and feel like you need to spill all that nastiness that Kenya brought and dumped on you? Did you ever think for a minute, Sanya, strong nose, that Kenya came and dumped all that on you because she knew you was going to be the track star that you are and run over there to Marlo just to dump it out because she wanted to get something started? Girl, if you trying to be a peacemaker, you going about it the wrong way. And I like that production asked her, you trying to be the new bone collector? And Sheree says she is kind of seeming like a mini bone collector. So I really need to hear this. I had a hard day. My teen is disabled. It's so hard sometimes, baby. It's just being a mama ain't no joke. It's not a joke for us veterans. So it sure enough ain't a joke for somebody who ain't never thought about it. Hey, Cheryl. Say kids always try you and no mother is perfect. They lucky she wasn't their mama. Okay. You better say it because I'm telling you, even if I'm not your mama, this is just a warning. This is just a PSA, public service announcement. If any of my sisters need me to look after their children for something going wrong, I will take them. But please don't bring them to my house if you don't want them popped. Because he'd have put that hole in my wall and I'd have been popping up in there. We would have got it popping. Lala say, when my nephew first came to stay with me, I had to give him some rules and regs real quick. So you're right, it's always a process. It is. You say, son, you finally did good work, but it was not peacemaking. See, you call that good work, Peanut. That wasn't no good work. She should have held that to after the trip. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody is trying to de-hiss and relax and just detox and get that stuff off of them, why on earth would you go running and saying that? Son, you should have just shut up. Say Sanya was being a bone collector, right? In the sleekest way possible. That woman has rubbed me wrong from her inception. You better say it, because I ain't feeling her. Say Santa needs guidance from the original bone collector. Right, because you could have told Sheree that. I don't think Sheree would have even went and did that. Right. Hey, Marsha. How you doing? You over there in the Bay Area, California. Well, how you doing over there in Cali? All right now. Yeah, kick Sanya off the show. Sanya caused all this mess. This, like, think about it, y'all. If, in fact, Sanya had kept her mouth shut, that whole painful situation in the driveway wouldn't even happen. Yes, Sanya should have took a back seat on the ink issue. Totally agree. Totally agree. So what happened to Sheree broke toe from just yesterday? Girl, listen, I was looking for the toe. I thank you with the surgical boot. I guess she was gonna pull a Giselle, child. She gonna pull a Giselle. Okay, hold on. Nisa said exactly. I will not tolerate disrespect from anyone, let alone my own child. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine? Okay, can you just imagine? So listen. So all that went on. She runs and tell Marlo, and Marlo's like, "Look, this could get bad. Don't even mention them children." Like I said, at the end of the day, it wasn't Kenya talking about the children, but Kenya shouldn't have been discussing the situation. Marlo asked a very good question. Who the hell even told her? You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't tell her, because I don't talk to you like that. But I do like that Sheree, 2 points for Sheree. Sheree talked up quick. That was my fault. I said something. Mind you, Sheree not knowing that Kandi had went and said something, and Kandi did it in the most corrosive and horrible way possible after pretending to have a heart to heart. That's why I was laughing with that. Oh, you had a chance to see back that Marlo dragged you, but you look at how you did her. That girl came to you like supposed to be having a heart to heart, and you went and did the same thing to her. That's why I'm like, okay, ain't no victims here. Y'all all grown. Y'all are all grown. Okay, this don't make no sense. Okay, so that's why I don't get into the grown people stuff too much, because every last one of them has said bad things about each other. Marlo has said terrible things about them. Sheree said stuff about everybody. Kandi always saying something nasty. Kenya just is nasty. They all say nasty stuff about each other. So that part really don't bother me. The people whose mouths get on my nerves so far are Sanya, Drew, and Fatum. Because Drew got on my nerves this episode too. She did. She did. She did, man. But that's a little bit later. So anyway, so then they had a situation where Marlo was like, "Yeah, this looks serious, and we need to have a talk. Just woman to woman or whatever like that." Which I can understand. Like, before we go any further, let's have a talk so I can kind of maybe set expectations. Hey, sweet sensations. Oh no, Kandi ain't never been innocent. Kandi can't spell innocent. Hell, we don't know if she was innocent in Pampers. Now I don't know. I can't swear for her. I wasn't watching her. But anyway, I did understand them saying that they want to talk. And then Sheree was like, hey, Marlo was saying, I wanted this to be a peaceful situation. I ain't want no bad energy. Sheree flat out said Kenya was bad energy. Kenya was bringing the bad energy. You know what I mean? Then Marlo did that shady prayer. Now listen, I'm tired of Marlo with this foolishness, y'all. I'm tired of her. She's sitting up there praying, talking about, please let the Lord let her keep them churn name out her mouth. And, because I love little Brooklyn, and, let her just stop that and all that. I was with her till she had to throw shade in there, talking about something as a 60-year-old woman. Like, at this point, the Lord know you shady. You don't have to let him know every time you open your mouth. Like, why is you playing with God like that, Marlo? I wasn't really digging that. But that girl is 51. She not 60. Okay. And she don't look 60. So don't do that. Kenya does not look 60. Let's not be ugly. I thought that was kind of messy. Don't be playing with it. Don't bring God into your shade. Okay. He made all the trees, but he didn't ask you to have nothing to do with no shade. And then talking about that she can get her lonely behind back on the road, which I think that's part of the problem too. Kenya might be a little lonely. And guess what? Nothing wrong with that either. Right, Nisi. That wasn't even no real prayer. She, even if it started off real, you tainted it. Right. I don't understand her not wanting to leave, not wanting to talk to Marlo. Yeah, because she want to get in front of people where she can perform and play a victim. That's why she didn't want to have a one-on-one talk. Mm-hmm. Not Peanut. You say close. She looked closer to 60 than 51. It's a hard 51, but she been through some things now. We're gonna be nice. And it's okay. She been through some stuff. So anyway, after that mean shady prayer, that I don't know if you allowed to have mean shady prayers. That one kind of bothered me. Just like she went to hollering about the blood after them people scared her kicking in that door. Vanessa said, I'm with you, sis. Don't play with God. Never ever. He ain't the one for that. Yeah, leave God out your mess now. Say, which friend of the show would you want to see back next season? Fatum or Manyetta? Neither one. Can I get neither? Can I get neither? Is neither on the table? What about neither? How about now one? Is now one an option? Lala said Kenya and Marlo just need to face facts that they don't see it for each other and stop with this ring around the rosy is wearing me out. I think Marlo is ready to just be cordial and accept that we don't like each other and just be done. Okay? Say Kandi is the crap starter and bone collector. They need someone to check her. Yep, she is. She very nasty, but she always getting away with it. Say her face melting like them clear women. Well, you know. Oh yeah, sure. Make sure you misspell the cuss words. I felt you though, but misspell the cuss words. Thank you, Renee, for reminding us. Cause I be forgetting it too. Y'all know I'm not gonna say it, but I be forgetting to say, hey y'all, misspell the cuss words. I don't care if you cuss, just misspell them. So YouTube don't get us. Okay. Obviously, I still can't believe she 51. She could pass for late 30s. Late 30s, well, if you don't shut up lying to me, Obi, please stop lying to me. I know you're not telling me you thought Kenya looked like she. Shut up, Seanitra. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not doing it. Not me. Not I. Not I, said the cat. But anyway, so then they went to get ready to talk about they going to do the gym mining or whatever. Um, and Kandi tells Kenya, you ain't nobody because you should have been here. Sheree started talking about, she got a scheduled call with a contact she met through Kenya. They talk about the She by Sheree. I'm like, why are we even discussing She by Sheree again after all this time? Like at this point, if she don't come out with a full blown line, I don't care if it's something like Baby Fat or Rockawell. Just do something at this point. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Please, Lord, Miss Peaches. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, she always got to find somebody to pick on. But I'm going to talk about that. Right. That's why. That's exactly why. But listen, let's talk about this real quick, okay? She do need somebody to pick on. Now, I'm going to tell you why I think she is so, like, hot toward Marlo. Marlo just being mean because Marlo's a mean old heifer. And I think Marlo broke through the mean and just like, I'm over it. Let's be cordial. Let's be done, right? But I think Kenya is pissy because remember last season, both of them went to pretending to be friends where they could, so they could gang up and attack Portia. So it's like, okay, we put all that to the side. We did the fake friend thing. We taking pictures at stores, pretending like we good friends, and then turn around and now, okay, now we right back so we don't like each other. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Kenya didn't forgive her. Kenya was just like, I'm gonna put that to the side so we can, team up, Voltron Force, and attack this girl. That's why she's like, oh, well, I forgave you for the comment about saying that I lied about being pregnant or whatever. Girl, that wasn't even that deep. Somebody saying they don't believe you. Somebody saying that they don't believe your story shouldn't trigger you unless it's the fact that you be lying all the time. I'm just saying, not my business. There you go. Just make hats like Rob him from Potomac, honey. Hey, Republicrat, what's going on? Say Crayon said use Marlo came in between her friendship with Nene because she's a whole hater. I pray Marlo wear Crayon say out every chance she get. Child, I don't know, but I think that's part of why she's so hot. It's like I pretended to be your friend so we could go after this girl. Okay, so let's rewind the time ship, right? Let's go back. Picture it, Sicily, 1945. She did the same thing with Cynthia. Don't act like y'all forgot. Remember, she got mad because Cynthia went back to being friends with Nene after she pretended like Nene called Peter a bitch. Okay, remember that? And then once Nene was willing to be her friend, she was all in. Yep, let's be friends. Let's be friends. Remember, Kenya was mad about that. Now she pretended to forgive Cynthia so she could get her to help her gang up and, try to push and use that to aggravate Nene. And then the minute Nene's out the way, she done flipped and slipped and tripped on Cynthia, tried to ruin her engagement, tried to embarrass her about her business and everything else. That's just textbook Kenya Moore. And it be tripping me out that people can't see what's right in front of them. She will literally pretend to forgive somebody that she got a whole resentment against just to kind of get it to work out. And then once she get what she need out of it, then okay, I'm still mad at you. Let me attack you. Let me bring up old stuff that I pretended to forgive you about. That's all going on. It's not the end of the world, but let's not pretend we don't see it. Hey, Escamarte, that's what I said. Late 30s. Come on now. Oh, okay. You admit you exaggerating. Yeah, definitely a pretty lady. I ain't saying she ain't pretty. You know, she started off gorgeous. I don't know what happened, but she's definitely a pretty lady. Right. No allegiance, none whatsoever. Ooh, child. Well, I sure hope you do, Obi. I hope you do. I hope Kimberly do too. Because I know Kimberly got something to say. I hope you out there, Kim. If you are, girl, call in. So listen, then they go through this whole thing of Marlo trying to talk to this lady, before they leave, getting ready to do the gym minding. Marlo with that bad speech impediment talking about gym minding. I thought it was cute that Kandi called her on it right in front of her rather than getting behind her back and saying, girl, what's gym minding? I thought that was a cute little moment. I like when people can laugh at themselves. And Marlo kind of laughed at herself, like, I be messing up words. That's cool. Fatum shows up. Of course, Drew ain't happy. She was like, I can't get away from this chick. Then Marlo is asking her, can you hang back so we can just talk? Kenya running through the house, laughing and locking doors and acting like a little kid. Like you came 3.5 hours to a place that this lady rented to act like an idiot. You could have just stayed in Atlanta if you was gonna pretend like you thought she was gonna do something to you, baby. Ain't nobody never looked at you and thought victim. Nobody. Maybe a dermatologist, but nobody else. She really was trying to just running through the house, then started hollering back, get her off of me, pretending like somebody was actually touching her. Like it was just it was giving Karen, like not Karen Huger, but absolutely Karening. It was too much Karening for me. And yes, Fatum does look possessed. It's probably from all the witchcraft she keep doing. Yes, she does have arrested development. That's why I'm always shocked when people are like she's clever as what, a third grader, but it is what it is. So it was interesting to me that Kandi was the one that was like, it's too early for the mess. And it ends up telling Kenya, like, hey, Marlo actually is not insulting you while you're pretending like she's insulting you. She's not insulting you. And then called her out for her hypocrisy. Like, hey, you are the one that's always saying you don't want people to do stuff that they know upsets you and poke at you. Why are you here doing the same thing? Which was a valid question. Not a Kandi fan, as y'all know, but even a broke clock is right twice a day. It was fair. And you could tell by the look on Kenya's face, she was not prepared for anybody to call her on her antagonistic behavior or the fact that at that moment, at that particular juncture, Marlo wasn't doing nothing to you. She was trying to be cordial, be an adult, and make sure y'all could coexist and be cool. Yeah, being a whole fool. And it wasn't cute. I don't know how anybody could think it was cute. It was so tacky, so trashy. So it was just ridiculous. Kenya running through the house like a toddler, just unnecessary. Absolutely. And really being a weirdo. You could have just stayed home, dog. You could have kept your butt to the house. You really could have. Nobody was down without you. Not a soul. Um, and she was just like, oh, I don't want nobody insulting me. And Marlo calls bull or whatever. And they went through the thing, and Kenya's still being dramatic, like somebody's gonna touch her. And now this is where I'm so glad that Marlo had her antennas up and caught Sheree. Because see, Sheree full of crap too. Don't y'all let her off the hook. Sheree come grabbing Marlo, talking about, oh, let's go, pretending like somehow or another that Marlo was like getting amped up or like she was gonna do something to skin you. And I love that Marlo checked her immediately and was like, girl, don't do that. I'm not ever gonna touch her. Like, are you serious? Don't do that with me. Don't go pulling on me. And then Sheree tried to flip it, tried to switch it up. Oh no, I'm just saying, like, let's just go. Let's just leave. We all ready to go. That ain't what you was doing. You was trying to amp it up like you tried to do with that Drop It With Drew event. Like Marlo was just so dangerous and so amped up. And like she was going and was like she was gonna reach in and touch. She was gonna put her hands on it. Okay. So I thought that was real interesting. And I applaud Marlo for catching it. That's why I say this episode was real proud of Marlo. Super proud of Marlo. She held herself together. Hold on, let me get these comments, y'all. I be missing them. Say Sheree looking like her name could be Sherman. Why y'all do that lady like that? I think Sheree has a nice face. You say she by herself is not a friend either. She's not. She's not. Right. The producers probably did send Sheree to do that, and I don't think they expected Marlo to catch on and check it that quick. Oh yeah, real immature, but she's always immature. That's why I do not understand the people that cut for her so hard. She's so immature and childish and tacky and ashy and trashy that I've only liked her when she was drunk. Yeah, she definitely met her match. This is Aquarius versus Aquarius. Aquarius versus Aquarius. You say Marlo not trying to lose her job. I think the biggest thing is Marlo is not finna set Kenya up to get no lawsuit to get no money from her. If she gonna get some money, she gonna have to stay on that screen or see if she can get some more, photo ops in King Magazine or Double XL. Marlo is not finna give that girl one penny. Now that's what I think. I think Marlo is guarding her purse. I don't think she guarding her job so much. I think Marlo is guarding her purse. And if I was her, I'd be guarding my purse too. Okay? Obi say, "Yep, she by herself is a producer's puppet, and a friend only when it counts." Very true. Very true. So after that stunt, Kenya would have definitely had to leave my house, and whoever wanted to be on her side could leave with her. Girl, did you hear what she told Sheree? She was like, "Girl, She was like, "No, I'll leave when all my guests are at the door, and some of y'all can follow her to her car." I'll say, "That's right. Let it be known. Let it be known." And I like the fact that Marlo was like, "Look, how much behind y'all think I'm finna kiss up in here?" Yeah, she's very pretty. She does have a hard jawline. I don't know about the masculine spin. I don't. I don't know. I don't really do that. I don't know. But Sheree looked like Minnie Mouse in the face. I could see Minnie Mouse because of that hairline. I could definitely see it. You say Kenya with the white refrigerator definitely would love the suit. Oh yes. Mm-hmm. There you go. Was Platoon drunk? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna talk about that in just about a minute. So anyway, Marlo was like, "Hey, you're not classy. You pretend to be classy, but you're trash." And she didn't lie. No lies told. I already stated I think Marlo was really having an issue with the wrong thing. Kenya did not talk about those boys. Kenya inserted herself in a situation that wasn't about her, which she always does. She tried to make it about herself. She did say things that she really should have kept to herself. But she really didn't talk about those boys. But Marlo was all right to express herself the way she did. I just wish she would have kept it on point. Talk about what really went down. You didn't want her trying to criticize your decision as an auntie when it really wasn't her business. And you didn't tell Kenya. So you didn't ask for Kenya's opinion about your business. Now that I really could have took. But the whole she talking about William and Michael, like, no, she wasn't. She didn't do that. Like, don't lie on her. Can you do enough lying on her own? Okay, so at this point, Marlo's ready to go. She's like, I don't want her there. And one monkey don't stop no show, which is hilarious because I had just said that to Queen Mermaid earlier when we was talking about the thing with Marlo. I was like, look, we don't say, I think she said one something. I'm like, nah, in Florida, we just say one monkey don't stop no show. So I thought it was funny that Marlo got right on TV and said one monkey don't stop no show. Debbie say Shira wants to come back next season. So she gonna do what it takes from the producer. That's true. I believe that. You call the lady Shira. I like that. I used to like Shira. Shanika said I died when Marlo said she was drunk and cross-eyed. Yeah, she did say that now. She did. Okay. But listen, real quick. So they get to this whole thing in the driveway. So it went from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Kenya's sitting in this lady's vehicle and she telling you you are not going nowhere with her. Now, this is what was real funny to me. This is where you saw Kenya's desperation. Like you just wanted to be there to ruin everybody's vibe. Everybody was like clear on the fact that the energy was good. Everybody was having a ball until you brought your funky attitude and your funky behind there. She literally sat in that car in that heat by herself. Girl, by yourself? Trying to force people to be around you? Girl, are you lonely that bad? Marquise said, can you act like a clear lady? I can see why the clear women from the Ultimate Girls Trip warm up to her more. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She always trying to clear it up. Right, old wet blanket skin. You just come there to ruin everybody's fun. Like, good Lord, can anybody have a good time? So, oh, that quote reminds me of my late pastor, one monkey don't stop the show. It don't. One monkey don't stop no show. So anyway, she in there with that same old tired read. I'm an icon, not an ex-con, but you're not an icon, hun. You won Miss USA, not Miss America, not Miss Universe, Miss USA. And most of us didn't even know your name. Like, let's just be honest, girl. Icon, you're not. Icon, you ain't. Okay, you made a name for yourself on RHOA better than you ever did before you got there with that white Frigidaire. Before Nene had to help you find somewhere to stay. But anyway, anyway, so Fatum sitting there in, inserting herself, which was getting on my nerves. Oh, it's not fair that she said you can't go. Fatum, shut up. Be happy you got invited. Be happy you got invited with your jacked up accent, your jacked up skin, your jacked up energy. I'm over Fatum. Or what y'all call that girl, platoon, whoever the hell she is. Girl, bye. Why are you even talking? I be looking at Fatum, Monietta, and Sanya the same way. Why y'all talking when y'all not involved with none of this? Why are you talking? Like for what? For what? But anyway, she was trying to insert herself, technical, just technically that's what she was doing, just trying to insert herself. Kandi back there talking to Marlo, like, well, are you really saying she can't go? Like, Kandi, you heard her the day before. You heard her when she told you if she ain't gonna act right and behave herself, she can't go. Straight up. Like you heard what she said. Don't come back here asking her, are you really saying? She said it. She really said it the day before. And she really reiterated. It is what it is. You can tell Kenya wanted everybody to just break out and start the fighting, bringing chaos. And I'm sorry. If this is what somebody like Kenya calls a win, girl, you a sad creature. When you causing chaos and arguing and bickering is your idea of a win, you're a sick person, Shug. Ain't no help for you. You sick. And anyway, then Monyetta talking about, ooh, Kandi, where did Kandi bring me? Girl, you could have stayed home. Ain't nobody checking for you after all. You just Neo's baby mama. Then Drew was like, yeah, I want to go, but I'm not riding with that B, pointed right to Fatum. And then here come Fatum went to barking and acting like she gonna fight and stuff. Like, girl, go away. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I did laugh a little bit when she told that girl that you was Sheree's lapdog. um Sheree had me laughing at her ridiculousness, talking about she didn't think Drew would have a problem with that girl. How was she not gonna have a problem with somebody acting like a stalker and trying to spread fake tea on her and her husband? Like, why would you think she wouldn't have a problem with her? This girl went out of her way to be nasty to somebody she don't even know. Then Fatum went to barking and Drew went to barking at her. I was like, Lord, what is going on here? Kandi over there laughing like, is these fools barking? Then her and Monyetta talking about, let's go look at the lake. We finna walk back here to the lake. And then when they invited Skenya, like, girl, you want to go with us back here to the lake? Let's go look at the lake. Could you tell? Did y'all see Skenya's face? She's sitting there like, but I really don't want to get out the truck though. Because what if they don't let me follow them? I don't want to get out the truck. Like, you're such a miserable tramp. Lala said, I called her Broom Hilda. We know she like witchcraft. I'm going to keep calling her Fat Tune. You say Fat Tune was doing too much, but entertaining seeing Drew's commentary. Yes. Drew was kind of funny on that one. She was. She was. She might be a drunk. I don't know. Hey, Egypt now. All right, all right. So you can tell Kenya ruined all the sleepovers as a child. I wouldn't invite her nowhere, not even to a dog fight. You say Skenya was smiling when Drew and the witch was arguing. Oh yeah, that's the kind of energy she brings, nastiness. And she felt like that was a win. Like, I brought chaos. Girl, if being an agent of chaos is your success, we see why you all alone. Opie said, you know how this could have also went. Marlo could have completely ignored Kenya, not give her an ultimatum or even care for coming on the trip. No, what she could have did is what I would have done. You know what I would have done, Opie? I'd have called the sheriff and had them trespass her, get this hoe off my property. That's what I would have done. See, I don't go back and forth with people. See, people in power don't argue. If I rented the place, my name on it, I've asked her to leave. She's not authorized to be here. She's creating a nuisance, and I need her trespassed. That's what I would have done to her. Latanya says she got a background check on her husband, and why did Drew sound so much like a real dog? Now that is the question, Latanya. That is a girl. If she didn't sound like a child or a shih tzu or something, she did. Say, I saw that look too. It's the same look you get when you playing musical chairs and checking for the music to stop. Oh yeah. Nasty. Nasty. They at least pretend to be unbothered by her antics and have a good time with the ladies that were actually there for her without having to kick any of the ladies out or put them in the middle. But she didn't put them in the middle. She told that girl to go. They put themselves in the middle while begging for her. I wouldn't have pretended to be unbothered. I would have had her trespass, and if she showed out, the police would have just arrested her. I wouldn't have mind. I don't mind putting you in jail. I don't mind. Jail is good. Jail is good sometimes, you know. I done got in a fight or two. Had to go to the tank a time or two. So it's all right. You could go. He just said, I just finished watching. What the hell did I just watch? Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, baby. She would the sheriff would have came to get her. Yes, girl, Debbie. I'd have called the sheriff's office, baby. When them boys pull up with them lights on their car, I bet you she would have known it was real then. Oh yeah, she'd have had to move expeditiously. Expeditiously. Oh no, little Miss Ghetto Ashy would have had to slide up out of there. So yeah, that's definitely another option. The one I would have taken too. Exactly. You're going to jail, girl. Right. Baby girl say, I'm not going to North Kenya while she tries to ruin my trip. She would have had to go, clearly. Hey Don D. Say, I like how Kenya and Marlo was acting, child, acting like Mark toward her when we know he did her way worse when no cameras was around. But now this was the thing, Don. Did y'all catch how she was like, that Marlo reminds me of my marriage with Mark and someone who pretends to love me? Girl, that man ain't pretended to love you. I didn't listen. Let me just say this for the record. Other than his nose ring, I really don't have a problem with Mark. I didn't see Mark do nothing to her. Only thing he did to her was every time she lied, he called her on it on camera. No, 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 no shaking. He called her on it. When she did something nasty, hey, that's uncalled for. No ma'am. That's all I saw that man do. I didn't see him do nothing else to her. Right. She was happy to see the girl in the trip. But the thing is, sometimes what you think is a win is not a win. Because she showed herself to be a nasty, hateful, you know, slimy, sneaky, manipulative heifer. And it was so sad that all you did was act like a child. You acted like an idiot while you were trying to make Marlo look bad, hoping Marlo would get provoked and try to scream or act like she wanted to fight you. You was working overtime to provoke Marlo. And what Marlo gave you is what you normally give. She gave tears. She showed vulnerability. And I that's why I said I approve of Marlo this episode. Marlo did what the right thing was. Right. That's how you remove a fool. You call the law. You call the law, baby. Right. You can't compare apples to oranges. That's a man you had a whole contract with. He donated some sperm, pretended to be your husband to save your job, and then now he wants you to pay off the rest of that contract. That's all. That's all. That's what she tried to do, baby. Acting like a Karen, blowing dog whistles, pretending that Marlo was going to attack her. Get her off me. Get her off me. Yes. Yes, honey. She trying to be a dark, clear woman. We see you. We see you, darling, with your little fake self, your little ashy legs. Deborah say Mark did nothing that wasn't in his contract. That's all. Only thing he did do was call her on them lies. Now maybe she didn't contract with him to call her on them lies, but she knew that man ain't want to be on that show. If you didn't have them cameras around, then guess what? He might not have called you out on your lies in front of the camera. Right, Vanessa, fulfill the contract, Ken. It was just a contract. That man ain't look at her nail time like he ever liked her. Ever. Even with them fake marriage pictures, you saw him fist bumping. That's all. Because that man wasn't your man. That was never your man. Right. That's the reverse Rachel Dolezal. That's the reverse Rachel Dolezal. What you say, Amy J? Kenya running around the house was just dreadful. Oh, it was so cringeworthy. Like, are you really doing this? Are you really acting like a clear woman? Are you really acting like a clear woman? Trying to act like this black lady is so aggressive and she's coming to get you. Get her off me. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody trip her and make her bust her chin. Yes, she did try to do the same thing to Nene, jump all in Nene's face, and then the minute Nene raised her voice, she's going to attack me. But I tried to tell y'all about that. No, they ain't. How you gonna have chemistry over a contract? Ain't no chemistry for contracts. They don't work like that. So anyway, they got through this whole thing. They jumping on trampoline, taking pictures. Marlo went to go, her and Sheree, they went and jumped on there. Kandi was like, yeah, they all acting like children. I guess I could see her point, even though I feel like she full of crap too. Okay. Then, you know, Marlo crazy tail go say, well, Katoon, well, not Katoon, Fatum and Kenya can ride together. You can keep them in the same car. Because I think by that time, Marlo was over Fatum too. And then when they get to the gym place, Marlo thanks Sanya for being supportive. But this is what got on my nerves with Marlo. Like, how do you not see that even though part of her was being supportive, part of her was also capitalizing on the fact that she knew you needed support and bringing you mess to get you charged up. Sometimes you got to look at the person bringing you some dirt and question their motive. Like, why did you even call me with that? Why would you come in here and tell me that? Now, that if Marlo had been able to catch that, I could have respected her so much better. I could have respected her so much better if she had just said, okay, I hear what you're saying. I know what to do for this heifer, and I'm going to deal with it. But what was your motive for coming to bring me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, Marlo dropped the ball on that one. But I don't know if I can blame her, but I wish she could have caught it, because at the end of the day, you can't be so emotional that people can see your soft spots and push your buttons. Don't be so predictable. Now, mind you, I'm glad you didn't let Kenya push your buttons, because you had your guard up when it came to Kenya, because you know she evil and you know she out to get you. However, even somebody who pretending to be your friend, you got to always check when they coming to bring you dirt. So and so was talking about you. So and so was talking about you. After a while, I'm gonna be like, but they didn't say it to me, so it wasn't my business. When you got the balls to come say it to me, then it becomes my business. When you start gathering up stuff that somebody said behind my back, baby, she ain't had what it take to say it to me. So you let her and her cowardice live together. Why are you bringing that to me? You got to always check people to do stuff like that. I'm sorry. Vanessa said, I don't know, sis. Some kind of producers tell them to do stuff like that to stir the pot. Well and good, Vanessa, but we saying the same thing, right? If the producers told her to go run and tell that to make a mess, it was still being told to make a mess. Marlo should have caught that, but she didn't. Baby girl said Marlo might have peeped, but she didn't need to call it out because they trying to make her the villain on the show. Yeah, maybe that's why she did it, to go ahead and let Kenya make a fool of herself, and she did a good job of that. Obi say she'll catch it only when she watches the episode, LOL. A tad too late. Right, that too. But both of y'all might be right. I don't know which one is right. Either she caught it and decided to let it play out so Kenya could look like the idiot she is, or she didn't catch it and fell into the trap and still made Kenya look like the idiot she is. Either way, same result. Same result. But anyway, so they went through the whole thing. They decide, they get there, whatever. And so they in this man's shop. The guy seemed pleasant enough. Why did Kenya go touch the man Trump sign and take it down? Like, who asked you to touch anything in this person's shop? That's so embarrassing. That's so ghetto. Like, people are allowed to have different political affiliations. People are allowed to support whatever political candidate they want. Why would you walk in somebody else's space and put your hands on stuff? Yet another reason why I just don't like her. I just don't like this girl. It's like a bottle of cod liver oil. Like, there's nothing positive, nothing at all about this girl. Just nasty. It's like, oh, I disturbed your sign. Talking about something, and then gonna tell Kandi when they walking out, oh, did you see the Trump sign? Like, so would you grow up? I guess she can't. It's a little too late. After 50 years, it's over. Right. She always out of pocket, and she thought it was cute. And there was nothing cute about it. There was nothing cute about that. She was so just, That's the only word I got for her. Ugh. You is for the word ugh. So anyway, they get out there, the guys telling them how to pan and how to sift and look for gemstones. Like, I think it's cute, it's nice, it's interesting, it's something different than just getting drunk or calling strippers. And Drew got on my nerves talking about it's lame. Girl, what the hell did you do? but have somebody come there to work out with somebody else and you couldn't even do the workout. This was actually an attempt at like expanding your horizons. It might help. And you can quit carrying dog bones in your purse. And when the hell did you even have time to buy a dog bone? And why would you be walking around with a dog bone? And you ain't even got no dog. Just tacky. You know, she was looking for a moment and didn't get it. I was trying to figure out why the hell Fatum was out there while they panning for gems with a fur coat on. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? You say Kenya has no class. It's all about her and her hair. Girl, it ain't enough about her hair to make her trim them ends, but I'm a hush. I'm a hush. Deborah said Kenya had no business touching that man's sign. All they did was solidify exactly why he's a Trump supporter. Exactly. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. You said it seemed like Kandi was getting tired of Kenya too. I think everybody tired of Kenya. Say he didn't want them ladies in his store. Glad they didn't really act a fool there. I think I'm not gonna go that far because he seemed very welcoming at first. And then when they got out there and Fat Toon went to screaming and acting like the dog Drew kept calling her, he was like, "Hey, ain't nobody throwing rocks out here, right?" Because he just want to make sure y'all ain't finna tear up no stuff. And it's embarrassing because if he were a typical Trump supporter, you know he already had some sort of a negative attitude about how black people would behave. And you come there and act like that on these people's property, touching stuff, and the other one yapping like a dog, which she ain't even black. So I'm like, what? I'm not gonna ask why she there because apparently that's Sheree friend. Definitely saw the look on his face. Definitely. Hey, Mary. Say, girl, not called liver all. You was reading too fast for me. I can't keep up. I'm just dead. I'm sorry. I was just speaking from the heart. I'm going to stop. Say, Kenya's a 51-year-old toddler and Drew is annoying as hell. Like, I don't like them people picking on her, but sometimes Drew attracts this energy to herself. Obi says, Seanitra, and why the hell are you even walking around with a dog bone? I fell off my chair. Only Drew. Listen, Obi, I just needed to know. What is you doing with a dog bone, ma'am? I've raised many dogs, and I've never been tempted to carry a dog's chew toy in my purse. Lord, Drew must have known Fatum was going to be on the trip because who walks around with a dog treat in their back? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. Where did it come from? Where the hell did it come from? Queen Mermaid said, I almost said something about her frazzle ends, but the Holy Spirit stopped me. Well, he ain't stopped me. He didn't tell me to hush that time. Latanya said, that's what I said. He made a comment when they left, but I couldn't catch it. They came and then acted like idiots. And I felt bad for Marlo because she apologized for their behavior for them. They didn't even have enough sense or class or decorum to apologize for themselves. And in the meanwhile, we want to talk about Marlo is the ghetto one. Is that where we going with this? When we got the likes of a Fat Toon, Ghetto Kenya, okay, Ignorant Drew, her and her dog bones barking and whatnot. All this going on, but we go, but by all means, go off. Drew, you know, everybody, but Marlo's ghetto all by herself. All by herself. Hey, DT. You so crazy. Yes, she is a toddler and Drew is annoying. Very true. Doris, I'm so bummed. I'm at work and can't stay for the live. That's all right, girl. We just glad you stopped through. Escramati say, I be trying to root for Drew, but baby girl takes one step forward and three steps back. Yes, bite. You so silly. Lala say maybe Disney about to do a live action version of All Dogs Go to Heaven and Drew is prepared for the audition. I ain't fooling with y'all. Yeah, I can't stand them rehearsed reads, man. That's just, sometimes you could be quiet. If you can't speak from the heart, just be quiet. Mary say, oh my God, you the best reader. You say you're not gonna go far trying to type in respawn, come in, or whatever you got it. You so crazy. I don't even know what you're saying, sis. You putting it all out there. They say some people eat dog food. Now you ain't finna convince me Drew was chewing on that bone. That bone look brand new. Hey, Modern Beauty. But listen, y'all, listen. So this was the part where I really, really applauded Marlo. This was the part. So anyway, they found some red jasper and some topaz, which I was digging. They like What, they just rocks? Like, you idiot. Every stone in your rain comes out the ground and it's just a rock. See, this is the kind of stuff that makes black people look ignorant on national television. Excuse me, international television. Are you so ignorant that you don't know that there are topazes out there worth thousands of dollars? Are you so ignorant that you don't realize that even the diamonds you buy are rocks and they have to be tumbled, clean, cut, and faceted? Like, that was the most ignorant stuff I ever see. I was like, y'all, I was cringing so hard. I just washed my hair and I actually combed it. I swear I did. And my scalp started itching because I don't like for black people to get in public places and make ourselves look ignorant and uncultured. And that's what the hell was going on. Right, Auntie Eva, that was the most ignorant statement ever. I was so shamed. I was ashamed. Like, is this really what y'all doing? No, she didn't sue Portia, but she knows. I feel like she knows that Marlo got more than her, and she definitely would have tried to sue her. I really believe it, and I think Marlo knows it too. That's why she's like, "Girl, I'm never touching you, ever." But anyway, she apologized to the man. You know, she on the way back, she was like, I'm drained. This trip is ruined." Sanya talking about, we can get it back on track. Nah, I'm done with that. You want to stay there so you can stir up some more mess, hoping you can secure a spot for next season. When we don't want no more track star with 1 3/4 gold medals. No. Kenya already complaining on the way back. What's tomorrow's activity? It's, it ain't gonna be good if she planning it. It's her trip, and if it's not gonna be good, honey, why are you there? Why are you there? Right. They've only seen processed stones. And on top of having only seen processed stones, apparently these helpers didn't take any like natural science, earth science, physical science. You don't know where these stones come from. Like, that was just embarrassing. Like, tell us that you messed around and didn't pay attention in school at all without saying it. Child, they was like, so they just rocks. That's what they said, DT. They just rocks on a television, on a television. But in the meanwhile, let's by all means call Marlo the ignorant one. Let's do that. You know, go off, go off. Anyway, she reminds Sheree, like, wasn't the energy good? And then it was cute because the producers, they've been doing it the whole season, trying to fill in the blanks. And I feel like this is a signal that the end is near. Hopefully, I'm hoping, because that production went to scanning through the whole beginning of the trip. Like, everybody was having a wonderful time. They having fun. They relaxing. They laughing. They clowning. They playing. And here comes Kenya with the Marlo say the dark cloud, just a dark cloud. I just say a wet blanket or just a funky, a real funky odor, just messing up stuff. And so Sheree was like, basically, Kenya shouldn't have come. She shouldn't have. But she let everybody know that Marlo was like meeting in the house in 5 minutes. Everybody needs to get there. Marlo, was very open, just like Monyetta said. Now, Monyetta was right about this. Marlo was open. She was vulnerable. She took a chance because you know what? That takes courage, especially when you in a room full of people that don't see it for you, don't like you, and looking for a reason not to like you. But ain't nothing in the world like being strong enough to say, I ain't perfect. I'm going through it. I'm feeling weak. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And so I appreciated her for that. She restated the mission for her trip. Like, I just wanted us to come up here and have fun. Like, I needed to relax. I needed support. And, basically, that ain't what happened. Thank y'all for everything. I was looking for support, didn't get it, but it's cool. Thank y'all for everything. I actually feel worse than when I first left home and came up here. It hurt so bad. But I call calls for everybody. She's so classy. She called calls for them hookers. I call calls for everybody. Y'all can head on back. See you later. Bye. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it. Just like I arranged your transport up, let me go ahead and arrange your transport back, honey. Let me help you get on back home. And Marlo was like, I just needed to be over. She got up and walked off. Like, I ain't finna play with y'all. Monyetta talking about she don't understand. Ain't nothing to understand, baby. You just getting there. And you was already talking about, ooh, Kandi, where you brought me. Now you ain't got to worry about it because you getting sent back to the house. Don't worry about it, darling. Don't worry about it. You could go. Bye. Then you got Kandi talking about, I ain't never been kicked out of nowhere. Sanya talking about, this the first time I ever been kicked out. I say, hey, it's the first time for everything. Kandi not Kandi, but Kenya lopsided, but She grinning like, "Ooh, yeah, the trip is over." Girl, it was over for you when you got there. You were the nasty energy. And then y'all, when it came to Fatum, it was interesting to me because Sheree had to check her own friend, like, girl, she just told you what she needed and what y'all did, and it was a bit much. And what was bad to me was Fatum up there trying to apologize and still trying to blame Drew for her behavior. Let's be honest now, while they was at the gym man, y'all, the link is in the chat. Anybody who want to holler. While they was at the gym man, Drew really didn't say nothing to Fatum. All she did was get up and walk away. Fat Toon started screaming. She started screaming, "Sit down, sit down." Like, girl, she don't want to sit with you. She don't want to sit. I wouldn't want to sit with you either. I wouldn't want to sit with you either, honey. It would have never happened. You like Moneta? You like Neo Baby Mama? I don't. Real fake for me. DT, thank you for the super chat. You say Kennedy, crustacean, cracking more always ruins it, don't she? Even her own relationships, the paid and the unpaid. Yeah, Marlo is in charge of the girls, honey. She called them a car and sent them jokers to the house. Right, Evie. Say Marlo low key is a class act. She just don't have the best interpersonal relationship tools. Very true. Very true. That is a very good point. Right. Very, very good point. Hold on. Auntie Eva says Skenya didn't expect that. That was a class move. Y'all, like, if we gonna be real, Marlo has a lot of real class moves. Like like a disliker, you got to be real when it comes to people. Give people their credit. Deborah said, "I really like Moneta tonight. It's about time we heard from her. I'd rather have her than Sanya, than that Sanya." Ooh. Can we get neither? Can we get neither? Chubby girl cuteness say, "I didn't think so. That's why it didn't make sense for Marlo to be protecting her bag. I think Marlo just didn't want to fight. They could have been that too, but I feel like she was definitely protecting her purse. Cause I don't put it above ghetto Kenya to start trying to Karen and play a victim and try to get some money off that girl. I don't trust her. You say it sound like demon possession from Fat Toon. I think so too. It could be when you go to playing with them spirits and stuff. Oh, Kandi was being messy, inviting Fat Toon on speak on it. Child, Kandi always messy. Y'all don't know what y'all gonna believe me. Say Moneta was on Atlanta X's and she was born on there as well too. Yeah, she was born to me, and it was the fake trying to have a moment and oh, I got so much to say, but I don't want to do too much, and I just don't understand. Ain't nothing to understand. She not finna let y'all damage her mental health. Right. She probably was drunk. Now the wrong person was drunk. Fat Toom don't need to be drunk. Kenya was the one needed to been drinking. Say Marlo is better than me. Them heifers would have had to call their own Ubers after all their foolishness. Girl, but she tried. She tried to be a lady about it. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Give him that George Jefferson walk up out of there like Tupac walked out the courthouse. Right. Focus on being a baby mama, not this show. Right, Deborah, neither would be fine. Yeah, let's put a fork in it. This show is a wrap. It's getting desperate. They done brought in all these little funky personalities. They don't gel. There's never a good time. And then there you go. They Skinny trying to provoke Marlo like she did Portia with the scepter. Yeah, she tried it. And I think she got frustrated and she started to look like what Portia called her a mean raisin because it wasn't working. DT say, who is Fat Toon? Is she need to pay her PPP loans? Bumba Whitfield's friend? Yeah. No, Fat Toon don't own the chateau. I don't know why they brought Fat Toon. Like I said, it's starting to get a little fishy to me. Every time it's a black show, we got to bring the witchcraft in. All us is not witches. Stop trying to make that part of our culture. It's not. Thank you. Escramati said, I'd rather have Tanya's airhead back before bronze medal. Fatum and Neo Child's mother. She was like fun. Yeah, Tanya, when it was Tanya time, it was all right. She was kind of corny, but she was fun loving. She got on my nerves a couple times, but for the most part, she wasn't too problematic. She seems to be less messy, authentic, and actually makes sense when she speaks. Who, Neo baby mama? I don't know. There go my nephew.
What's up,
What's that?
Auntie?
Say something. Let me make sure I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. What you think about this mess, and what you think about the coming attractions for next week? Child, we saw Marlo is getting ready to go and get therapy. I was so happy. I almost cheered at the screen.
I was
Yes,
distracted.
yes, yes. I was so excited. Did you see that?
I was distracted.
Oh, you was distracted.
I was
Oh,
I was distracted because the first thing I saw was Riley, and I was really I no I ain't trying to be funny. I was trying to really figure out at first
who
who
that
she
was?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
I know Riley couldn't have did that on my dollar. I don't care how much
But
candy.
she's
That's
still
another.
cute though. She still look cute. Hey, Deborah
But
McDougal.
oh, look at my brother up here
Hey,
tonight.
oh, sorry.
Hey,
I was
Obi, how
actually
you
listening
doing,
to the
love?
episode. I'm doing good. How you guys doing? It was a good
I'm all
episode
right.
tonight. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but oh, I wanted to mention that too, y'all, about the coming attractions. I like that they showed that Candy is finna get her paperwork straight, baby. That thing made me so happy because Todd thought he was gonna rack up. No, you're not, Buddy Roll. She going to get that paperwork straight, and I was so here for it. I'm like, Lord, I never thought I could cheer for Candy, but got done. I started cheering and dancing in my seat, like, yes, Candy, yes. Let's get this
Get,
paperwork
get that
straight because
paperwork
he
straight.
think he's gonna be banking and it ain't happening. And did you hear us tell him, like, I don't know if I could really trust you to do this the way I want it to be
hmm
done. Hey, born to be
Mhm.
wild. And then when Riley chimed in and was like, I don't know if you would allow me to be involved as much as my mother
I mean,
allows me to
like
be.
seriously,
Woo!
what else would Riley have said? She will say that. I mean, Kandi is her mother who's been with her the whole
Mm-hmm.
time before talking into the picture. So I mean, what was he expected to hear from Riley?
But did you see the look on his face, y'all? He was like, "Oh, how could you just come out and say it?" Like, "Oh, absolutely, she should have came out and said it."
I
And
mean, if you want to
furthermore,
hear the truth, it's the truth, you know.
it's the truth,
Yeah.
and she's right. Her mama had that money before she met your little toddler size behind. How dare you think for 1 minute that you should inherit everything and
But
inherit
low
control
key though,
over that
like
estate?
low key, in my own opinion, I really don't think he's trying to make bank off Kandi. If you ask me, I
You say you
I'm
don't
not
think
getting
he's
that
what,
vibe.
baby?
I don't think he's trying to make like if that were to happen, I don't think he really wants to just make bank off Kandi. Like
I
that's the
think if she
intention.
drops dead, he would take charge of everything, and he would be putting her
hmm
child or her children, especially Riley, on a very short leash. And that is not how her mother raised her or keeps her. Definitely the rest of her family. And Riley needs to have a say because Riley is going to do things the way her mother would want it done,
Well,
not some man who came around in the ninth hour to benefit and to reap where he did
they've
not
been
sow.
together for 10 years though. 10 years is a lot of years.
But
Guess
auntie,
what? But everything she had, the majority of what she had way before she married him. You do not get to
Yeah.
reap where you didn't sow. You don't.
Do you
Sorry.
think he's trying to do that though? That's my
Yes.
argument. Do you think he's trying
Yes.
to reap where? Okay,
Yes.
well, I don't think so. But if you
He's
think
an
so, that's fine.
opportunist. Let me just say for the record, I never believed that women should marry down. Hey, Pasiana, you don't marry down. If a man is beneath your status, you don't give him time of day. Mama Joyce tried to warn Candy, and it looks like to me that Candy is slowly waking up to what her mama was trying to tell her. You don't date beneath your station. You dang sure don't marry beneath your station. Go marry somebody who's a welfare case standing next to you. For what? So he can walk around and boss talk you in your own house?
hmm
You ain't gonna never be the head
Yeah.
over my money. Not if I got more than you. You can forget that. Nick, thank you so much for the super sticker, boo.
Well, I guess my own opinion is like Todd could be a mess, but Candy is even much more of a mess than Todd. My opinion.
You
But
say
she's the one
she's
that I mean,
you
she's the
say
one that
she's
has the
more of
money.
what, baby?
Like she's the hardworking lady. She's the one that has the money. She's the one that has the business sense and everything. But in terms of
Mhm.
trying to be really messy between the both of them, I see it more on Candy than Todd.
Oh yeah, Candy is definitely more messy, but I think when it comes to finances, messiness has nothing to do with it. It's dollars and cents. And if you didn't
right.
earn the dollars and cents, I'm gonna need you to go spend what you earned.
But
Yeah.
auntie, we saw even with his. Remember when his daughter was living with them,
Yep.
going back to that tight leash, he kept his own biological daughter, who he already
Thank
say
you.
he didn't
Yeah.
meet until later in life. He didn't want to give her anything, so I'm pretty
That was really
sure.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was really weird.
and I'm pretty sure that if Candy was to pass away today,
Mm-hmm.
Riley would be on just as strict of a leash because he
Or
never
not,
was
if not
really,
worse.
if not worse. Riley probably because and let's not forget, Mama Joyce. It was funny when she said it, but she wasn't being funny when she said she could choke on a chicken bone. You can choke on a chicken bone, and he come put me up out my house. Mamas know.
That's right. Mama was on point because he seems to be resentful and he seems to have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
bitterness toward the way she cares for her family. On that note,
Yep.
Candy ain't never showed me no wrong. She seems to really care for her family. And that
Mm-hmm.
Joker has always seemed like
Mm-hmm.
he resents that. And I think he resented that he wasn't able to do that for his family. I think he resents the fact that in order for him to come up, he had to marry a woman that could do it because he wasn't man enough. And I
Right.
think that the first chance he got, he would be trying to walk around like little Lord Fauntleroy, Lord of the Manor, over things that he never worked for.
And you know,
Mm-mm.
Seanitra, I guess I'm a different kind of breed because as a guy, I also don't even believe in marrying a woman of a higher like
But
financial status.
so Obi, you're not saying anything different than me. You're saying the same thing I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm just letting
People
you know
should
that
marry on
guys,
their
like
own
secure
level.
guys, also think that way. Like guys who like normally guys should also be thinking, I don't want to marry. Like I don't want to, I want to be in charge. I want to, I don't want
Right,
to
and
marry
you
somebody
and
who
you're
have like
never
more
going to be
money.
in
Yeah,
charge when a woman has to marry you because you don't have the
that's the
finances to
thing.
marry that woman.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
so some certain men are really not able to even do what thought
It's
did.
true. It's just the truth, bro. It's just the truth. I don't believe in people with this marrying. If you're a woman, don't marry a man beneath your level. You're asking for trouble. Look at Candy. Take, let that be a lesson. Take a note.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
And
do it.
again, like another thing I believe is 2022. Even if you have a great relationship, even if everything is going well, it's a fairy tale. Just get the prenup, get your paper straight. Always get your paper straight if you're going to get married.
Well,
But
Because
Obi,
you just
now
never
my
you
know,
bad.
know there
right? You
was a
never know.
prenup. You know there was a prenup because Mama Joyce pushed for it. And remember, Todd got mad, which let me know you had plans. Your mammy probably told you mop up and rob her. Vanessa say, "Look what happened to Wendy Williams." Facts,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
facts, and he does
I
give
mean, there are so
Lord
many
Farquaad
examples. So
teas.
many examples. Not to go down to list.
But listen, and it was so funny. So they got the prenup, but now next week they're going to see about the will because the prenup protected all of her assets that she made beforehand. This will is going to protect the assets she made after the doggone fact, and she had better get her paperwork in order because I don't trust that little garden gnome. He too
let's
small. He can
let's
slip
not
in
for,
the purse. He can slip in the pocketbooks, change purses, the cracks in your sofa, your ashtray, everything. Get your paperwork.
and
I'm
let's
sure.
not forget that he. I'm sorry, Obi. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to just say, I'm sure Candy was also having talks with Riley. Like, okay, in case this happens, this is what I want you to know,
Yes.
and this is what I want you to say in case this were to happen. She's probably
But that's
having
what
those kind of
mothers do. I'm
conversations.
a mother. My daughter's in the chat. We just had a whole situation with my ex in laws when her father passed. I was in her ear over her shoulder. So much so when she talked, I know my ex in laws thought they were hearing my voice. That's what a mother's supposed to do. You always look out for your child's best interest first, everyone else comes after. That's what
Mm-hmm.
mothers do. You don't play with mothers about their children. Mm-mm. Candy smart. You don't leave your child in the hand of some ridiculous man. No way. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that part. And then, child, did y'all see Drew with that blonde wig trying to call Sheree old? Did you see it, Obi? You
I saw it. I
sighed
was
too
like, this is
hard.
yeah, this read is too weak. I mean, age shaming in 2022. Sheree actually looks better. Like, no, I don't want to say she looks better than Drew, but
She
Sheree looks
does.
really good, man. Sheree looks really good, like for her
She
age.
does. Hey, Rashida. Hey,
Like
Angelique. She said Riley going to school to be a lawyer.
anybody in the
Right.
chat believes she actually looks better than Drew. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she could, yeah. I mean, that lady is
But
pretty.
this was what's funny.
Dang.
Sheree, y'all know Sheree can't read for nothing. Sheree don't have no comebacks, no one-liners, no roasts, no nothing. Child, Sheree was like old and cold. You better hope you look like this at this age. I said, you better tell her, Sheree. I was sitting there. I never cheer for Sheree.
Sheree
Her
has been
one-liners
reading
are weak,
Drew.
but she was on point with that. She was. You say what you want to say. Sheree is
They
a
are giving us
bad
good
girl.
TV. If you ask me, like Sheree and Drew are actually the ones giving us good TV with RHOA
Hmm.
Sheree and who?
so far. Sheree and Drew, what do you think?
Uh,
What do you guys think? Who is carrying the
I'm
show?
I'm gonna
Neither
have to
one of them.
disagree with I'm gonna have to disagree with both. Those are actually two of the weaker people on the
They
show to
are the
me.
weakest links.
Okay, let me tell you guys why I believe they're the ones carrying the show. The statistics are actually showing it. So if you go
Mm-mm.
through this, if you go at this season, the two episodes that were actually the top most rated episode, well, we'll wait for this one to come out. But so far, has been the episode where it was all about Drew and Ralph. I've forgotten that one. The Apples Fumbles. Yeah, it was about Candy too, but it was more about Drew and Ralph. The second episode
Mm.
was post Tyrone when Sheree, like after Tyrone left Sheree, waiting for him. That episode
Nah.
afterwards, and that was
How
mostly
could
a Sheree focused episode, and Drew also because it was about Drew's shenanigans with Sanya.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that
nah.
So
just so
people are
I
happened.
actually like people are tuning in for Sheree and Drew.
I don't bel I don't
no.
believe that because if that's the case, if I'm tuning in for Sheree and Drew, I just believe that it
I would
happened.
watch
They
2 minutes of the show. Sheree comes on for like a 30-second commercial each episode. This was the most we seen that heifer. And
and
after
when
the whole Lyrone situation, what we got from Sheree was a messy French braid and a fake cry.
and some potato chips.
And some tater chips and talking about how thick they were sliced. Like, baby, and the right amount of salt. That was not carrying the show, Suge. That was absolutely not
Seriously,
carrying the
if there was
show.
anything, if there was, if dropping the bag was actually a person, it's Sheree. Because
Mm-mm.
how do you have a brand that everybody knows about?
And you ain't got no
When I started
items.
watching RHOA, like I heard about Shiba Shiri even before I started watching RHOA. Like that's
Thank
how bad
you.
it was.
I'm
And
telling you,
there's nothing, there's no product, there's nothing. This whole season
there's
went
nothing.
by with no product, nothing. Wow,
Nothing at all.
that's like
Just
dropping the bag.
it's just a name. She by Sheree. She is boring. She is there for 30 seconds per episode. But she did a little bit better this episode. She tried to play it for production, and I'm just glad Marlo caught it. But now let's talk about Fatum. Can we talk about Fatum before we get into the real messy heifers?
I can't
Hmm.
Does she
stand
serve a
Fatum.
purpose? Why is she there? What's y'all opinion of Fatum?
I can't stand her. I don't know. I feel like Sheree is using her also. I mean, Sheree is also using her as her mouthpiece and has as her, let's say, bone distributor or whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like she's really thirsty. Like just because of that little interaction you had with Drew, you went to search. Like it's just too cringy to me. Like for you to
Mm-hmm.
actually go that deep to actually want to know about her criminal records and background records and like what was that about? So yeah,
It
that
was
I was
weak.
that part wasn't sitting right with me. Like since then, I've been kind of been looking at her very funny. Like I don't like her.
Yeah,
She
it was
seems really
real
thirsty.
interesting. And did you peep tonight when she was giving her fake apology to Marlo? She was like, I was attacked. This is the second time she's accusing a black woman of attacking her when nobody touched her. Like, who attacked you, Tramp? Who? People can talk to you. If you don't want black people to talk to you, why are you coming on outings with black people? Black people can talk
Exactly.
to you without you claiming they attacked you. Like, I'm not for the dog whistles. Hey, DH, thank you for the super chat. You say, Lyrone, I'm dead. You know. You already know.
Mm. I mean, the vibes I'm getting from a lot of these women on this franchise too is pick me. Like a lot of them, a lot of these people are pick me's. Like
It's
you
true.
shouldn't be that bothered. Like that shouldn't bother you as much, right?
It shouldn't.
I
It
mean,
shouldn't.
like, geez.
Now, nephew, you was texting me about Fat Tune. Fat Tune was working your nerves. What was the most cringeworthy moment with Fat Tune for you?
Look, I'm the same way Kenya bothered you. Fatum bothered me, and I don't know if it's exactly her. Most of it is her energy. I don't even think the woman is drunk like that. I just think she's spooky and creepy and weird.
It's weird. Hmm.
And I just I can't say I like Drew this season, but
Yeah, me
they,
either.
they're making me root for her every time. Every once in a while they make me root for her because I don't like anybody
I
just
guess
be picked on.
I'm
If
the only I'm the only one of the other opinion because I actually like Drew. Just to say,
Yeah, I
I like
can't I
Drew.
can't really like her because Drew tries too hard. It's the trying hard and it comes out fake and corny. Like I think I would like a more genuine Drew maybe if we could get
Yeah.
like like with the
Um.
beer Miller genuine draft, if we could get genuine Drew, I might
I
like her
don't
a little bit better. But what
I
I
don't
don't
think
like
she's
is when
comfortable.
they
But here's the thing. Let
but
me
what
let
I
me give
don't
you. Let
like,
me.
let me get this out before I forget.
Mhm.
What I don't like is them ganging up on Drew. And then the fact that I agree with you, Obi. I feel like Sheree brought Fat Toom there to just continuously attack Drew. I don't
Yeah.
like it. And Born to Be Wild say Fatum remind her of Giovanna. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, I noticed that Sheree is she's a very vindictive person because it's kind
She
of a
is.
pattern. Yeah, it's a pattern throughout the show. Like once you come for her, she always wants to just keep coming for you and coming for you and coming for you. Like just because of just one little thing that could have been squashed, you know. So I
Okay,
noticed that kind of
but
irritates
let's
her.
talk about it
But
though.
anyway, there's
I
something.
feel like Sheree does that because Sheree is not the best with the one-liners. Sheree really don't have the mouth like that. Hey, Born to Be Wild. Hey, Red Majestic Diva. But I think that she one of those people like after the moment, you know how some people replay situations in their head, like, oh, I should have
Mm-hmm.
said this. Oh, I should have said that. And so what happens is I think that they end up trying to recreate a situation to give themselves a chance to give you the read they should have been able to give you in the moment. And then it just comes off contrived and fake. And you just end up irritating people like me who can see through it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Because
that's
in that
true.
moment, she's not quick on her feet. She's kind of like Giselle.
She prepares her one-liners. Her one-liners are good, but she kind of has them in her head. She's trying to prepare them, you know.
No,
But if
no,
you
they're not.
prepare it
They're
ahead
not
of time,
good.
it's never good.
It's
It's
never
never
good, yeah.
good. It always comes off like
Who
cold
gonna check me,
leftover.
boo? Till date will still go down as one of the best.
But this
Like
is
who gonna
this
check me,
is my
boo? Was it?
thing.
And
That
that and who gonna check me, boo? I'm sure she
Mm.
also prepared that one.
no,
Sure,
she
she knew she
didn't.
was going to get
She
into it
didn't.
in that meeting.
She didn't, Obi. That was in the moment because
That
that
was in the moment. You
situation
think it was in the moment? Okay.
that was in the moment. And listen, and that's why that's the only one she ever put out that stuck. Like you got to
Mm-hmm.
be in the moment from somebody who's got a mouth. Like I am the mouth of the South. Like
And it's
I,
the way
I
she
take
said
I
it, like
take that
the way she
mantle.
said the swag
And
she
hold
used to
on,
say
and
it,
I'm
the way she
telling you,
said it.
as somebody who has a mouth, what happens in the moment is real. If you got to sit down and record it, if you got to pre-record it, if you got to write it down and try to repeat it, it comes off whack
It comes out fake.
every
Yeah.
time. This is the stuff that's going to make people call you fake. This is the stuff that's going to make people not like you. Nobody wants to hear cold leftover reads. In the
Yeah.
moment, you got to speak from the heart. If you ain't got that kind of mouth, ain't nobody mad at you, but just maybe keep quiet. Just maybe like cause it's really whack. It's really, really
Yeah.
whack. That who gonna check me, boo? It lives in infamy because that situation escalated so fast. She was being snappy with dude. He got rude with her, and next thing you know, she came out with it. But she was speaking from the heart. It came from the gut. It can't. And
Yeah.
see, Don D is
It's
telling
like
you
Dundee said it doesn't land right.
it
I was
don't.
about to say that too.
It
Let
never
me give you
lands
another
right.
example.
Like
Another example was remember Wendy in Potomac. We all know Wendy is thirsty. Wendy was thirsty actually this last
yes,
season.
God.
We all had rehearsals and everything. But then when she went for that meeting with Giselle, where they had like the sitting outside that
Mm-hmm.
meeting. And that was actually a very good episode. But then Wendy's
It
reads were like
was
coming through in that meeting. Like she was reading Giselle like effortlessly. Like the reads were like coming through. It
because she
wasn't something
meant it that
rehearsed.
time.
Yeah.
Because
She
she
meant it
meant
that
it.
time.
So you get what I'm saying? Like we can always tell when it's really from the gut. When it's from the gut, it punches in the gut. Like it's like a you felt that. But when you done sat down and rehearsed it, it's like at the beginning of last season with Potomac, when Wendy came in, Bubba Sparks, Miss New Booty, and she's like, I got time, tick tock. That was the wackest,
Yeah.
most crackish read we ever heard. And you could just tell she had rehearsed this in the mirror 3 or 4 times, complete with neck movements. It was like, girl, come on, baby.
This
No.
would be a Nigerian, but she sounded real Nigerian there too.
I mean, she did, but I'm like, you know what?
Don't
And
mind it. It's only me that I
I
mean,
cut for my
I don't know.
girls. But you can't get on national TV with no rehearsed read. It was just whack. When Giselle actually came for her family and we saw that genuine response, hey Juan,
And
when we
Lala
saw that
Chanel, the
genuine
reason why that is true
response,
is because when Nini is reading,
mm,
she's always on it. Like it's always when she's having beef with somebody that she reads, and she gets into it. Like it doesn't even matter what's coming out. She just goes and she just says everything. And she just keeps going. Like I
but
noticed
that's
that
what
about
we
Nini.
want. That's what the audience wants. Like right now, that's why there's so many people that are clamoring for this show to be canceled because it's so much fake. It's so much fakery.
I was getting fakery from Phaedra too. Sorry, I'm going on the chat.
Child, Phaedra always been fake, but
Phaedra
every
was
now
faked a lot of times. Yeah.
but to be honest, when she first came on the show, I didn't like her at all. Now I still really don't like her, but I dislike her a little bit less.
I like,
But
yeah, we're on the same
Phaedra
page.
in the midst of Phaedra being in the midst of I just call this girl Phaedra. In the midst of Phaedra being kind of fake, Phaedra did have some real low down dirty reads in there. She
Yeah,
had
she
some
did.
low down dirty reads in there. It was like, God dang, it was some time. Lord, hold on, y'all, real quick, real quick. Um, CC Miller, thank you so much for the cash app. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And hold on. Okay. And Spiller sent 10 for Kim Bird, but okay, I'll do it after the show because her thing is up there, but
Happy
maybe it's
birthday.
not
That's
right.
Kim Bird, right? I don't
Huh?
know if Kim Bird is still on the line, but I was gonna say happy birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday to okay, but I ain't gonna sing, not tonight. But yeah, Phaedra straight up though. Phaedra had some low down dirty reads in there. So I mean some low
Yeah,
down mean dirty reads in there. Like it was like, I
yeah,
felt that.
yeah.
Phaedra's reads were. Go ahead.
It's the way she says it, like the southern accent, and she says it in a low tone, not arguing, not she just. And then in her confessional, she just goes and like it just comes out, and it just keeps coming. And even when, sometimes when she's not even meant to read, she's reading.
Well, that's what
Like to her,
happens
she
when
doesn't
you
think she's reading, but then it's like, was that a read? You just read me.
but that's the whole point. It's gotta come from the gut. It's gotta come from the gut. And when it doesn't, like it makes you seem disingenuous, it makes you seem fake, it makes you seem phony, and it makes people not like you. Straight
Yeah.
up. Like that's the kind of stuff that'll make us just not like you. That's what made Phaedra palatable. Even though she had some real fake about her persona, we could get over some of that because the heifer's mouth was on point. Okay? That's just what it is. And I'm telling you, this whole
One thing.
situation that went on tonight on this show with Kenya
Oh my
running
god.
around trying to provoke this girl and still, Lord, you say I gotta be. I
I'm
hope
with
I'm
you,
not bad as
Juan.
Phaedra.
Sorry, I'm just reading people's cats. Drew has gone on me, so she's funny.
But yeah, I truly hope I'm not bad as Phaedra. Mary talking about I gotta beat. I hope not. Thank you for the
So
super
yes, let's
sticker,
talk about tonight.
Beyonce.
So my question about it is,
Hmm.
this trip that Marlo invited the ladies on, don't you think that it was also funded by production?
No, Marlo actually paid for hers.
Okay, then that changes the whole because if, in my own opinion, if it was funded by production and if any huge trip, all the ladies are expected to film together, then I don't see anything wrong with what Kenya was doing. But now,
But
see,
Marlo
hearing
paid.
what you're saying, because sometimes it confuses me. You know, sometimes they actually give them money for these trips, and
Oh,
they
I know
appoint
because
one
like when it
person.
came to the Sheree by Sheree event, Bravo paid for it. That's why she didn't have no food there because Bravo ain't paid for no food. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Marlo paid, and
So
that's
that's the
why I
thing. So
said
that
me
I was kind of like
personally. But me
confused. I'm like,
personally,
what?
I would have called the sheriff and I'd have had her trespassed.
Yeah. In that
Her
case,
name's
that's what
not
I'd
on
have
this
done.
house. I asked her to leave. She's not authorized to be here. Get her up out of here.
But Obi, even
Mm-hmm.
if production had paid for it and
Mm-hmm.
Marlo was just the face of it, the fact is, you came on the trip to be
Thank you,
disruptive,
Mary.
regardless of the fact of who was paying for it. Your intention was to be disruptive and
Yeah.
basically ruin the trip forever. She
I
basically,
mean,
her and
regardless,
Fatum ruined the trip for
For
everybody.
everybody.
I
And that
But
understand.
wasn't
that,
cool. Like, exactly, King Sankar. I want to chime in real
Regardless
quick and
of
I'm
how
going to
you
let
look
you.
at it, though,
Hold
like,
on.
yes, ma'am.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to chime in and I'm going to give it back to King Sankar. I'm going to let him finish up because we ain't really let him say too much.
okay,
But
sorry, keep talking, keep talking. Yeah, yeah,
But
keep talking.
this is that's my whole point, King Sankara. Like you came to be a disruptive president. You came to be an agent of chaos. You came to just bring nastiness. Like you literally drove over 3 hours to say she got demons. I don't want to be around her, which the test determines that that's a lie. If you didn't want to be around her, you clearly would not have spent your gas to drive 3.5 hours. Not high as gas is. Why would you do such a thing? You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
hold
Right.
on.
She's
There's
just a
something going on in the
nasty.
chat. Who has an echo?
She's
Is it me?
I don't know. She is just a nasty, lying, cantankerous creature. But go ahead, King Sankara. That's all I had to throw in there.
It might be me with the echo. If it is, I'll drop out.
Is it me
I
with
don't
the
hear
echo?
no
I don't even
echo.
know
Keep
who it
going.
is. Is it me?
Oh, okay.
I don't hear no
Uh,
echo. Keep going.
Okay, okay, okay.
okay. Um, but no, both of them came, and what bothered me about it, going back to Fatum, And what bothered me about it, and the reason I felt the same way about her that I think we all feel about Kenya, is both of you came with a premeditated reason for being there. Fatum came to do Sheree's dirty work with regards to Drew.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenya came. I can't say Kenya came to disrupt the trip, but I know
I
for
think so.
sure after
I
Marlo
think
told her at that dinner table that either you gonna abide by these rules of my trip or you can go home. I
yeah.
think that really fueled her that next morning to come there
And
with
just
this
act like an
fake smile
idiot.
and act like a complete idiot and run. And I really didn't appreciate that moment of her going to them and she was trying to get out of the candle angle so that we couldn't see whether or not Marlo had touched her or not.
Yeah, she wanted to be able to lie on that girl, and I didn't like that. I didn't like
And
that at all. Like that's the
and
kind of stuff that'll make me pay 2 or 3 crackheads to beat you down. I don't like stuff
right,
like that.
and
Like straight
Sheree,
up,
you
how
too.
dare you? She said when I say Kenya is the biggest low down, dirty inner city ghetto trash bucket I've ever seen. She's such a hood booger. Like it's so everything about her is just tacky, tacky, tacky,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the
tacky.
chat agree.
That I think she was trying to recreate Kenya hair care moment sabotage. She was.
She
She was
did.
trying to recreate it, and she was hoping that she could provoke Marlo into giving her any type of angered response. And I love that what Marlo gave her was the one thing that people do not allow black women to have in this country, which is tears. I loved it.
Mm.
I
And that's
lived
one thing I
that
don't like
moment.
about Kenya. Let me just say
I
this real quick because I'm kind of picking back up of what you're saying. One thing I don't like about Kenya is, and I feel like that's really her weakness, and probably it's going to be her downfall one day. The fact,
mhm.
like, when she gets into it with somebody, she really goes far. Like, she goes deep, she goes far. She always wants to take it to the extreme. But it's usually, if you really notice what she does, it's usually when she's getting into it with somebody. She
And the
always wants to
thing
make
is,
it
it's
like
like
she always
she
wants to make it
picks up.
nasty. She wants to make it get physical. She wants to make it like she's always trying to just push it to the most extreme end, which is
She
I
tries to
just don't like
push
that.
it to the most extreme end because she wants to be a victim. She wants to pretend, oh, look what they're doing to me. Portia was the only
Mm-hmm.
person that really gave it to her and drug her. That's why that will always live forever in my spirit. You were trying to provoke her. You wanted her to scream and act like she wanted to fight you. You never expected that Portia was legit off the short bus and would grab you and drag you. You never thought it. But sometimes you get what you campaign for. She campaigned for that and she won.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the biggest slap in the face was? You got up off the ground talking about fire, and she remained on the show.
Stayed on the show because Nene still had the juice and Nene kept her on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what
you
pissed her off.
and
You
your
know, Nini
spirit
said
was
something like
so.
Nini. We'll see if Nini's prediction is true. Nini said Kenya was going to be the downfall of this show, right?
And it looks like it to me.
What's up, Gabor?
Little nasty, tacky, corny, ashy Kenya. Good boy. Hey, baby brother.
But wait, this is still not taking away. Like what I wanted to still mention is Malo
Yep.
has
Hey, Jazzy
issues.
J.
Malo has issues. This is still not taking away from what Malo has done because Malo has done a lot of shit this season so far. So she's not off the hook either. Even in this whole scenario, no, Malo is not off the hook.
Oh, hold on, but Auntie, don't let this set you. Don't let this in the tweet set you back, because I told you the last 3 weeks or so you had been Kenya had been pulling you a little closer to the to the
I'm
to
not on
the.
Kenya's side. No, seriously, I'm not fully on Kenya's
No,
side.
but no, not
But
that.
Malo has
King
done some stuff.
Sankara is telling me don't be fooled. But that's why
Oh,
I
okay,
told you
okay, okay.
she was less punchable. I told y'all I didn't like her, but she was less punchable for a few episodes, and I'm still gonna give her that. And I still like drunk Kenya. If she'd have got drunk this episode, she'd have been likable. I just wanted to
Well,
point out that baby girl reiterated what her mama said. Don't yell, cry. That's what you
I.
do. Because let me tell you something, as a black woman,
uh,
people who really don't like black women, and Kenya Moore really don't like black women, she don't like herself. I got you, good boy. I'm gonna send it to your phone. She don't like herself. That's why she's always pointing out features and stuff, trying to prove, like, see, I'm not like the other Negroes. Like, we got you, baby. We got you. We see what you're trying to say. But now here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. When you get through with all that anti-blackness and the fact that you really don't like yourself because you're really mad at your black family and your black mama, and maybe the way they treated you traumatized your little ignorant ashy tail. But all that anti-blackness comes out when you start caring and trying to blow dog whistles to make people look at another black woman the way you know that other people see
Yeah.
black people. Like, I see
Mm-hmm.
your crap, hun. You're full of it. The difference is Marlo ain't at all what y'all try to make her out to be. Nitra is though.
Yeah.
Nitra is though. I'd have paid 2 or 3 crackheads to rob her house every week. That's the kind of girl I am. You sitting up here playing with me, I'm gonna find somebody as low down, dirty, and trifling as you, and I'm gonna let y'all mob it out.
I feel like Malo's biggest issue is insecurity. Malo is just so insecure. I feel like
Well,
she needs
and Marlo
therapy,
is honest about her insecurities. That's why she is palatable.
but she
Name
still needs
one
to work
time.
on it. She needs to work on it because
But
it's not
when we
like
saw her next episode in the coming attractions, going to get help. When have we seen Skin Your Pores go to get help from a therapist or a dermatologist? I'll wait.
Well, her skin is
Right?
looking better, Auntie. So her skin looking
exactly,
a
Child,
and
little.
all
then
she did was
relationships
when it.
with
That ain't
people
what
are
happened. That ain't what
appearing
happened,
better, are
nephew. She
coming
went and
up
got
better
some of that
than
good
yeah.
foundation. You know that real good foundation. That's the one she went and got. She ain't went and got no help because every time that camera zoom in, you can see them pores are big enough for us all to go swimming in.
I have a
Olympic
question,
size.
Seanitra. I have a question for you. If you were in Marlo's shoes during this trip, okay, let's just. I know you would have probably called the sheriff on her, but let's just assume
Definitely.
that didn't happen. And then we got to the part where Marlo was talking to the ladies, like, okay, this is not working out for me, and I guess we'll have to end this, trip or whatever. What would you have done? Like, how would you have gone about it at that moment?
I told you she'd have went to jail or she'd have left.
No, I'm talking about that very moment when okay, just assume you were Marlo, right?
Okay.
Everything has happened. She went to the ladies are back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Marlo gets up and she wants to call. She calls all the ladies for a meeting that she wants to talk to
Mm-hmm.
the ladies. If you are Marlo in that moment, what would you have said? Let me put it that way.
I don't know if I would have been that transparent. I think I applaud her for being that transparent and letting them know, like, hey, y'all hurt me. I thought that was beautiful. That's growth, that's
Mm-hmm.
strength.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Absolutely. I don't know if I would have given them that, but I applaud her for doing so. That meeting would
Mm-hmm.
have been the world's shortest meeting because I'd have been like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I called y'all some cars, y'all got to go.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been the end of the meeting.
But like,
Because
would you
at
tell
this
them to
point,
go?
well,
I wouldn't tell them to go.
hold on,
It's
hold
okay.
on,
Either
hold
okay.
on. You asked me, let me tell you.
Okay.
The
No
reason
problem.
I would have done that is because Marlo already told him what the purpose of her trip was. The fact that she had to restate it was absolutely too much. It was adding insult to injury. She took it. Kudos to her. I wouldn't have. One thing about me, I'll explain myself to you one time. The second time you get action, you won't get a second explanation. So for me, it would have been no explanation. I called y'all some cars. Um, safe trips back to Georgia. Safe
Mm-hmm.
trips back to Atlanta. God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it would have been for me, and I'd have been straight to
Yeah.
my room. I'll holler. It wouldn't have been no
Yeah.
question and answer and why. And I think we could fix it, not with me. Because, baby, y'all had
Yeah.
all day to come talk to
Yeah.
me rationally and act like you had good sense. All of a sudden, people want to talk rational and have good sense because she had the sense enough to protect herself and not engage in self harm. She had sense enough to say, this is hurting me. I'm not going to continue. And so then here you got fake Monietta, Neo baby mama. Well, I just think this and I don't understand. Chabu.
But
Chabu.
Senator,
It would have been
Senator.
a short. There goes the boy with skinny pores on the avatar. What's up, baby brother?
What's good?
Sinitra.
I
What's up,
love
big
So,
boy?
you.
And I
Sinitra,
love
what I
y'all
was going to say
back.
about that is
Mm,
think about the people that she's talking to. There are also people that came to her and dropped whatever they were probably
I wouldn't
supposed to be
care.
doing at that
I
moment over
wouldn't
there.
care. They forgot
I
about
wouldn't
all
care,
that
but it's also
when
the
the
way you
drama kicked
present
up.
it. It's also the way you present it. I wouldn't have told them I'm kicking you out or you're like that's what it sounded to me. It came off to me like, oh, you're kicking me off this trip. Okay,
She called
I
them
would have told
cars and
them
she
I
was
have
and
to
she
cut
was
the trip
gracious. I
short.
wouldn't have been.
I'm going to live with you guys, or I'm just going to maybe hang out with you guys, or maybe not kick them out and be
No,
by
hell
yourself
no,
and
hell
tell
no.
them,
When people disrespect you, you do not bend over and keep kissing their behind. Hell to the no. We still Florida
okay, so
girls,
you
baby.
think
That's not
you
how
okay,
it
so
goes.
I
I'm just,
understand, but
I'm
do
just.
you
You
think
asked
that
me, and
Marlo
I'm
was
telling you
referring to
straight up.
everybody there?
I'm
What
telling
do
you
you think
straight
he was
up.
referring
You
to
asked
all
the
the?
question, and I'm letting you know. Marlo was too
Okay, that's what
nice.
you do, I guess.
Marlo was too nice. She was too nice. I would have grabbed that old school Florida. Get your PA out,
I
okay?
guess
The dough.
Senator
You know you
she
got
wouldn't
to
be the one
go.
that should
I'd have
ask
put
this
them out.
question.
I'd have put them out. They'd have had to go. Obi, I
No,
got to
that seems
rotate y'all.
selfish.
I
That
got
seems
5 people in
selfish. Yeah.
StreamYard go to acting dumb. Y'all know I don't do the Hollywood squares, but I love you though. Please come back again.
All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. I
Talk to
love
you
you,
guys.
love.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
babe.
bye, bye.
Okay, so now we got 4 screens. Good boy, let it rip because I know you want to tell me something. Come on.
No, I didn't. I haven't seen the episode yet.
Really?
I haven't seen the episode yet. I
Child,
listen.
your,
The last
your
10
girl
days,
embarrassed the hell out of herself tonight.
did she?
Ooh, child, acted a monkey,
Well,
running through the
I
house, screaming. Get her off me. The girl wasn't touching her. She acted like a whole Karen. She acted like a whole Karen. She tried to blow dog whistles, baby. We had Fatum on there, going at it with Drew Child. Drew bringing dog bones, throwing them at the
oh,
girl.
Drew,
It was a mess.
Drew so pathetic.
It was sad. Like
I
every
saw the
time we wanted
preview.
to kill for her.
I saw the preview with Drew, and she up there throwing dog food and throwing. She threw a bone. She's just supposed to be this preacher kid, but she said that the last time she got into a fight that she had drugged somebody's head through a gate. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell the first 2 steps that she took when she was fighting Toya, that ain't never happened.
Never. You could tell Drew can't fight, child.
And
I
she
mean,
acting. She acting. I want somebody to really jump on her.
ooh, good boy. You want somebody to beat up little Drew? Now you
I
know
want
that ain't
somebody.
right.
I want somebody to beat up Drew.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Why you want Drew to get beat up, good boy?
I just don't like her.
Wow.
She
I don't really
lying.
like her
She
either.
said she lost 25 pounds in 21 days. She lied about that.
Lie.
Everything is a lie.
Yeah.
Everything is a lie. She said Ralph was in Florida. Ralph wasn't nowhere. Ralph was in that room.
He sure was.
You know what I'm saying? And me and her mama looking at Ralph up and down. We trying to see what's going on.
Right, right.
Because you said, her mama, she said her mama come in the room when they in there having sex and bust
Yeah,
up in the room and be looking down and see what Ralph working with.
that's
Oh Lord.
inappropriate.
You don't remember that?
See, you mean when she first see now? Okay, now her first season being on the show, I really
Mm-hmm.
didn't even watch the show that season because it was just so terrible. Like I watched everything from clips, so I didn't see that. Like that just made my stomach hurt. Oh my God! Yvette said Gabor came in with violence. Yes, he did. He
Showing
said
up
beat
for
up
Yeah.
Drew.
Yes, beat her up. Get her off the show. I really don't want her on the show. I really said that I wasn't going to watch this season,
poor
but
thing.
I was kind of happy that Marlo got a peach. But the way
Mm-hmm.
that Marlo been acting desperate with the peach, it's so unbecoming to me.
Child, when you go watch this episode, Marlo was on the side of the angels this time, honey.
Was she? But you
Yes,
could
she
do that.
was.
You could do that in one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, they all do it one episode at a time. She'll be right
Kenya
back
tried
to
to do it in
being the
one
devil
season.
by next week.
Hmm.
Now, good boy, Kenya cut up this episode for real.
Kenya acted like a
But
whole
I gotta
monkey.
see it. I gotta see it because y'all know y'all flip flop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I'm gonna have
Well,
to.
you know
I'm gonna have.
me.
I'm
But boy,
gonna
you
have to
say
see it myself.
now
If
you
King
say
said
what you
it's
want to
true.
say. You know I call it down the middle. When Kenya
Good
right,
boy.
Kenya right. When Kandi right, Kandi right. When Sheree right, Sheree right. This time, Kenya acted like a donkey's anus. Like I
Hmm.
was really trying not to dislike her so much this season because she was actually doing a little bit better, but it was right back to
She tried.
tacky, ashy, ghetto, trifling, scuff toe Kenya. I was like,
But
oh
can we
God.
agree that Marlo is trying to pull it out of her though? Can
Marlo didn't
we?
do nothing to her.
Yeah.
This fool literally drove 3 hours to harass this lady. Marlo
Now,
was
Now
bending
that
over.
I can agree with. Now that
that's
I can
true.
Marlo
agree
was
with.
bending over backwards. Wait till you watch it, good boy. Wait till you watch it, bro. Marlo was bending over backwards, still trying to be cordial. Like, okay, I know you don't see it for me. I don't see it for you. Like, still trying to be cordial, trying to be cool. Kenya just showing her tail, acting stupid, running through the lady house, laughing, hollering. Then she
Mm.
starts screaming, "Get her off me!" Trying not to be in front of the camera so she could lie on the lady. Like,
Real
just
Karen.
disgusted, acting like the tacky ghetto riffraff she is.
Now I will admit, if you're gonna pay somebody dust, my whole thing is you shouldn't have came on the trip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you really want to pay somebody dust, don't go on the trip. You don't need the extra money, but you needed the extra money, so you couldn't really pay her dust like that. But you coming in trying to make an interest and stuff, Kenya, that's old, baby.
But
That's
she keep
old. I will
trying
give you
it.
that though. And then Marlo pulled when
That's all
Marlo
she ever
told
did.
her, yeah, baby, you're gonna either stay in the house or you're not gonna be on this trip. You know what I'm saying? You lost.
I wasn't mad with it. I told you I probably would have tried to give her some grace.
You weren't mad at what?
I wasn't mad at Marlo for telling her.
Oh, I wasn't mad at Marlo. I wasn't mad at Marlo either. But what I'm saying is, Kenya, you lost it. You let somebody be able to tell you that. You should have stayed at home. She would have never been able to tell you that if you'd have stayed at home. This is her
If you'd have
trip. What
stayed
you
to
gonna
your
do?
house. But
Yeah,
this was the
stay
thing,
home.
boy. Even after all of Kenya's donkey behavior, just play straight up Jack Avery. Marlo still gave her grace and was like, you know what? After I jumped on this trampoline, I feel better. The devil can come. Come on, shoot. It's okay. I'm still gonna be cool. Just come on. She still gave her grace. It got so bad in the house before they got out the door that Marlo was like, you know what? I don't know how much behind y'all think I'm finna kiss, because she was really truly trying not to snap on this idiot because she was acting like an idiot. In reality, I'm telling you, like I told him, I'd have had her locked up. Man, I'd have called the sheriff on that girl trespass. I'd have had her. I'm telling you, I'd have had her escorted off the premises. And if she'd have got booked with them redneck sheriffs, then they'd have had her in some bracelets. And then I'd have really been uploading that on Snapchat, TikTok, or whatever the hell they children using now.
That's what Kenya would do to her.
It sure would have. She would have loved to be able to do that to her. She just wasn't in a position to.
The part that really got me is the fact that she sat in the car for an hour and a half by herself.
Yeah,
Holding up the trip.
trying to provoke a situation. She's desperate. It's sad. I think Marlo was right calling her lonely. That hooker is lonely. Where is Sir Charles? Is anybody lonely? What you think, Esper Marty?
Okay, like I said earlier, I haven't watched the episode proper. I only really got on because who was it? Kingston Carr said Kenya's looking better, and I was like, Kenya? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's for Marty. Look at my profile picture and tell me that Kenya not. Come on now.
Kenya do
Nobody
look
ever
better.
said she's not pretty. Like, y'all be killing me with that, bringing out she pretty.
But I'm saying looking better.
You can be pretty with acne.
You sure can.
She look. Well.
She's a pretty girl, and she got acne and pore issues and everything. So somebody talking about her pores ain't calling her ugly. You a pretty girl with some bad skin.
I ain't saying that, but what I'm saying is looking
the braille
better.
on her head reads beautiful.
Come on now, it's from Marty. Come on now, it's from Marty.
Queen, me, to be honest, I think Marlo was doing that because she really needed it to be peaceful. I think she really was having issues. And I think that's really why she went to go see that therapist, because she been needed one, to be honest.
Bravo. I'm trying really hard. Oh, my fault.
Bravo should have forced Marlo to go see a therapist seasons and seasons ago. Something been wrong with Marlo. Ben.
And I'm trying really hard to like Drew. I swear, I'm trying so hard to be on her side.
I tried to. It ain't working.
I like Drew.
One step forward.
You do?
Like, I do.
Good boy. They make it look. What made me like Kenya in the beginning was the fact that nobody else on the show seemed to. And every time I see them kind of coming at Drew consistent, it make me like her a little bit
Even
more.
production is bullying her.
But
So I want to root for her.
But Kingston Carr, Drew coming for Drew.
Yeah, Drew, right.
Drew coming for Drew. Ain't nobody coming at Drew. She coming up with these lies, and everybody just like, big girl, you lying.
Cause she's trying to impress some good boy. She trying
It's
to.
her second season.
Yeah, but Drew got 5 or 6. This is the thing. Drew got 5 or 6 assistants. Yet and still, when everybody get into a wreck, she could come and pick them up.
Right.
She got all this free time, and she got 5 or 6 assistants. Come on, she want us to think that she's just this. I guess she want us to think that she's this top Hollywood actress, and she ain't. And we know that she ain't, so she trying to say it's something that Ralph is doing, but we don't ever see Ralph at work. Ralph always at home. Ralph is in every scene. Ralph is on every trip.
Poor Ralph.
Now
Ralph
this is
like Peter.
Go ahead, baby. It's
Oh no, I
Cromartie.
just said Ralph. I said Ralph is reminding me of Peter, Penelope Thomas.
No. Peter, let me tell you something. Peter was the one. Peter teamed up with Nene and kept Cynthia on that show.
Until Nene
Peter,
called him a B word.
but she didn't really call him one. She told him to stop acting like one.
And that
Words
changed the
mean
dynamic.
things.
Right.
That didn't change no doctor. Cynthia, listen, Peter had became a bit too much though. I will admit, Peter had became a bit too much, but Peter was feeling himself
when him and
because
Greg
he was
fighting.
doing all the work. Cynthia is wallpaper.
Yeah, Cynthia was. He was. I'm serious. I believe that he was the reason that Cynthia stayed. That Cynthia stayed on that show. Cynthia was supposed to be a one-hit wonder. She was supposed to be a Deshaun Snow.
Not a Deshaun Snow.
Oh yes. She was supposed to be a Deshaun Snow.
Deshaun Snow.
And I really believe that they kept her so long so they can say that at least we got somebody on the show that's quote unquote classy, and she still wasn't classy. But you know when you don't speak your mind, they want to say you classy.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this though. I'm with King Sankara to a certain degree because even though I don't like Drew, this season I was starting to kind of like her just because everybody was picking on her. That's just my nature. If I see everybody ganging up on somebody, I'm gonna automatically have a little more heart for them. Like perfect example, right, Gabor? I wasn't no Beyonce fan. I'm still not like no big fan because I don't really know all her music. But I started paying attention to her and liking her and kind of learning about her a little bit because everybody kept attacking the lady. They done called her everything from the devil to a witch to a monster to a monkey. I'm like, God dang. Let me see what the hell going on. When I see a bunch of people like just piling on to attack one person, it will make me like you.
Like how
I'm gonna find out why do they hate you so bad. Yep, like how they not just on the reunion as Cromartie, the way they did Candace that whole last season. Like I really felt for that girl and understood her because everybody went to piling on and picking. That's one of the most surefire ways to make me find the good in you is when I see everybody ganging up to bully. You can almost guarantee 99% of the time I'm gonna end up finding something about that person I can like. I don't like bullies, and I damn sure
especially
don't
when
like
they're hypocrites with it. That was the worst part. They were all being hypocrites with Candace.
Like Auntie
They had been. Yeah, I feel honestly and truthfully, me. That's why I started liking Candace, really. But I've seen it ever since she's been on the show. You know what I'm saying?
I saw it a little bit.
With the mom, you can tell.
The girl, I feel, we can't get mad at that. Listen, I feel like the goal is to be able to provide, to get enough money where you can still be able to provide for your children and lead them to adulthood. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? So to make those women, Sharice, that's what she expects her husband to do with her kids. So I don't know why we making fun of Candace for that. I didn't understand why it was a joke with Candace because she had parents that was able to provide. You know,
right?
With Drew, I feel like Drew came in the show making an a-hole of herself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that the girls were attacking her. The only thing that was kind of giving me a little bit towards her is the Sanya had no reason to be doing what she was doing to her. Girl, you just got in here. You know what I'm saying? And you knew you couldn't go with none of the veterans, so you chose to go with her. I used to like
this
Sanya.
was the thing. Like I didn't see no pick on like from last season. From what, like I said, I mostly watched in clips last season because I really wasn't digging it.
Right.
However, this season I saw the pile up and the pile on. Sanya jumped in. Sanya, Strong Nose, whoever. She jumped in and attacked the girl because she clearly saw the gang up. So she was like, "Hey, if everybody don't like her, this will be easy. I could take shots at her and get my lines off, and I can look clever and cool. I'm sitting at the cool kids table. Let's all pick on Drew."
Yeah, she fake.
Real
see, this is the thing that would. This is what the thing that would have made people like Sanya, right? I believe it was. Don't quote me, but it was either I believe it was the second episode when Marlo had her event, and they went over there, and they went and told Marlo.
Hey, we love you too.
They went over there and told Marlo that they were bashing her event. And all they asked was, how is this going to work? What is you know what I'm saying? What is the objective of this? How is this going to work? You know, how are you going to rent out the clothes? And, you know, Sheree messy, Sheree dumb. So she could probably consider it bashing the event. But Sanya went over there with them and let her say that, oh, girl, they was over there talking about your event. They over here doing this. And when she came back over there, the girls was like, no, we wasn't talking about your event. We were just asking how you was going to sell the clothes, how it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? But I believe at that point, that is what Marlo was like, no, y'all hoes ain't my friends. But I do feel like that the girls came there dressed to the nines to support her. And Sanya just over there being messy, ain't want to tell the truth. I like
How about
I
this
like
episode, Gabor? When you watch this one, you gonna be mad at Sanya again
Yep.
because even though Kenya was being nasty, she was being typical Kenya. She was trying to make situations about her that wasn't about her. Because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Marlo's nephews had to do with her. I don't know, but she was still trying to censor herself and all of that. Nobody told
what did she
Sanya to
say
go
about
back.
him? Oh, Sanya told.
Yeah, Sanya ran back and repeated it like it was nothing to repeat. This was textbook Kenya. Oh, that happened to me when I was a kid and my grandma, and I jumped out the car and went and laid up with an ex-boyfriend for 2 weeks and they couldn't find.
Didn't I thought
Like,
Kandi had
what
told
does
her
that
that?
have to do?
I
But
thought
get this.
Kandi.
Hold on. I'm finna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So Kandi got away with what she did
Kandi.
because hold on, I'm gonna tell you how she got away with it. Because when Sanya went to go run it to Marlo to make a big mess, which is why I'm side eyeing her. If you really was interested in really supporting Marlo, and you know this girl just needed, a chill moment, why would you even bring her that? You know what I'm saying? You could have kept that until after you came off the trip, but she took Sheree with her. And so Marlo asked the real question: who the hell even told her something about my nephews? Because she don't talk to that hoe like that. And then Sheree was like, well, I did. It was my fault. And production showed it, but it wasn't in a nasty way. She was just trying to explain, like, look, Marlo going through a lot. She's at her wit's end. She told them boys, yada, yada, yada. But Kandi got away with it because Kandi actually was the one that told Kenya about it in the nastiest way possible. Because as y'all know, she was trying to kick up something between them. She sat up there, had this pretend heart to heart with Marlo, and then went right back, child, she was in there talking and she was crying and she said and she put the boys out and I don't think she should have did. But Kandi got away with it
Kandi told
because when Marlo
everybody.
asked, Sheree was like, it was me. So
Kandi
right,
told every. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. She told everybody.
She
Kandi
told
was being
Marlo.
nasty.
She told
So did.
Marlo. She told Drew. She told Manetta. You know what I'm saying? And like
She
you
just
said, the
made
way
it
that she
around.
was saying it was nasty. I would never. I raised my nephew. He had to come and stay
Mm-hmm.
with me. And when he stayed with me, I would have never. I had two babies, bitch.
She
You
was offended for no
different.
reason.
Yeah, you different.
But this is the thing. Not only is she different, the part she's leaving out is Marlo is a single woman who ain't never so much as had a puppy. You sitting over there, Kandi don't just have the village, good boy. She got the village living in her goddamn house. So
Mm-hmm.
even if you brought in your nephew, hell hooker, you ain't raising your own children. So I know it
Mm-mm.
was plenty of people around to help you with that boy. You got somebody who already has emotional issues, needs therapy. Thank God she finally getting it. This is somebody who's never had to care about anybody but herself. She still don't have her own self-worth, self-value, self-esteem on point, and she trying to do it. And I honestly believe, like I said before, and I'm gonna say 100 times, I think she took him in. She thought it would be easy. I'll get photo ops. It'll be real cool for the show. She didn't know it was gonna actually be work. This fool probably
Mm-mm.
thought I can bring children in my house and all I got to do is buy food, buy clothes. I can afford that. She didn't
I think
realize
that people.
children need more than food and clothes.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people when they don't real, and I think that especially young girls, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, think that when you having a baby, it's gonna be like a doll. You can dress it, you
Right.
can feed it, you know what I'm saying, and that's gonna be it. No, you got to take time. You're gonna actually have to take time and learn and teach these kids. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It ain't just gonna
He
be
didn't
feeding them and
know.
dressing them and taking pictures and stuff. It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that, booger boy. Let's think about who we talking about. We talking about that somebody that's damaged as hell. Her mother didn't mother her. She ended up in foster homes. So what point of reference does she really have? Like, let's keep it funky. She thought she could do it. She thought it was gonna be easy. It'll be cute. I'll take pictures with them. They'll show up on the show. It'll make me look good. And then lo and behold, god darn it, children ain't dogs. These
Mm-mm.
Negroes don't clean up. You got to tell people to wash dishes 20 times. You got to tell people to take out trash 30 times. You got to tell these jokers to wash their clothes like they supposed to. Put them in the hamper, not on the floor. They do stupid stuff like punch holes in walls. She thought it was going to be easy. And I'm going to say it again. I don't have no problem with you taking a break. Don't hurt them kids. And I do like the fact that her sister checked her about her mouth. You don't just say everything to them babies. What the
Yeah,
hell
you
wrong?
could have. I guess you wanted a break. You didn't have to listen.
She ain't
You
had to
you
say all
could
that to them
you had to
kids.
say
I'm
all
glad
that. Let's go to Annie's house for a couple of days. Let's go to Annie's house for a couple of days. I gotta go do this work event. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I
that's
gotta
what
go do
Crystal
this. I
told her.
gotta go do that.
That's what her sister told her. I like that. The sister didn't play with her. She told her, she was like, you can't say stuff like that to them. You can't hurt them with your mouth. And Marlo was like, we was raised by the same lady. And she was like, still, that's all the more reason, in my opinion. If you know that your mama mouth hurt you, why the hell is you talking to them babies like that? You know what I'm saying? Get help, heifer. Get help. I'm glad she going to get some. That made me feel better. Ooh, good boy. Guess what else coming up next episode, dog?
What?
Kandi going to the lawyer, honey. They finna get the paperwork right. Todd is mad because Kandi was like, I don't know if I could really trust you to do things the way I want it done. Riley done chimed in, was like, yep, I don't think that you will allow me to be involved as much as my mama does with how things go and whatever like that. Honey, Todd was over there. Toddler was looking like he was finna throw a tantrum.
My baby, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, he
Yes.
do. Listen, Todd don't even want his daughter taken care of, baby.
So you know he ain't gonna do for Kandi,
Yeah,
child.
if something happened to Kandi and Todd, well, I seen the Kandi marriage special or whatever. He supposed to be out in 30 days, and everything that she made before is supposed to go to Riley. Okay, but you know that she gonna have to split it between those kids. But let's just say something was to happen, and he had the money. He ain't gonna be raising Riley or doing for Riley like Kandi do for her. You know,
Oh
he gonna
no,
have certain
Sure
restrictions.
enough, ain't.
He gonna be doing her
child.
like he
Like he
do
do Kayla.
Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and not only
Mhm.
that, I could see him right now grabbing another woman and be spending all his money on another woman, not his money, all
Child.
Kandi money on another woman,
He's very
all the
frugal.
while mistreating her child.
So
That's what I see. I
that would
picture that.
already be, and see that's the conflict of interest right there, because yeah, you can tell Kandi not to do for your child, Kayla, but Blaze and Ace are both of y'all children. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
looking at like, well, Riley got this. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? I have a cousin that's 10 years older than her younger brother, and she feels a certain type of way that he got. What's some cars that you got when we was little? I can't think of the name of it.
The
Those
power
the cars
wheels.
that you get. Yeah, that he got a Power Wheels, and she wanted one, and she never got one. And her mama
See
was
them?
like, "Well, baby, when you was a little, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't afford it at the time, but you know, I was with his daddy, that we was married. You know what I'm saying? It was money coming in, and she still feel like she was treated
Mm-hmm.
differently. You know what
And
I'm
see,
saying? So
that's the thing.
that stuff stands with people.
It does, and I'm just glad that Kandi getting her paperwork together. I don't trust Toddler. I've been with Mama Joyce on this one from day one.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Watch if Blaze and Ace sitting up here at 16 years old for their birthday, and they getting a Corolla, and Riley done sit
Riley
up here and
pushing
got
the
a
Porch.
Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Thank you.
And
Listen,
Kayla
because
and Kayla riding the bus.
that's so terrible. Kandi tried to, offer to get the girl a car, I guess, so it wouldn't look bad or so the child wouldn't feel bad. Todd didn't even want the girl to do right by
But
the
Todd
baby.
had 3 or 4 cars over there. I remember she was trying to tell Todd to give Kayla his Range Rover, because you know
Mm-hmm.
she had bought him another car, season 7.
Right.
Remember, she bought him a truck.
Yep, she did.
He didn't even want to give
But
her the Range Rover. She over there riding the bus.
there you go. That's what it is. That's
You know
what
what
it
I'm saying?
is.
And then
And
you
you
got this
remember when
apartment
Kandi
over
bought.
here. You got this condo over here. We ain't hearing about this
Mm-hmm.
condo. You ain't got it fixed up for Kayla, but you want Kandi to put money in to fix it up so y'all can have a place to stay. That girl, if you own this, that girl should be living there rent free. You should have been set
She
it up for
sure
her.
should. That's why I say he ain't nobody that really care for his kid like that. He really don't.
It's all about him. It's all about him.
Yep. That is like Nisi Rose say, he's selfish, plain and simple. And he want it fixed up, not for them. He want her to furnish it, fit it out. So that way, when that goes bad, because he can see this about to go bad. He ain't stupid. He ain't that stupid. He want to make sure he got somewhere to go, and he wants her to furnish it and trick it out with her money.
The disrespect, though, to me, I just feel like if you really wanted that done, you could have did that without asking. You didn't have to ask her permission to do that, because I'm sure when Kandi do shit, she don't ask your permission.
But not
If that
only
was
that,
yours
but he
before you
wanted it
got
done
it,
with her money.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's how we know you ain't got no money.
Bingo. Yahtzee. Eureka. Uno.
He gave Kandi 2 check babies. Kandi over there, but see, Kandi ego is so big because she hot in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Her ego is so big she can't even see that she being played.
No, she can't, and that's why I love Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce be pointing it out. Zaleen say Mama Joyce looking out for her, also looking out for her interests. But Mama Joyce supposed to. Mothers have rights. That lady put her in position to have what she have. You always supposed to take care of Mama, baby. And I'm gonna tell you that as a girl who always looked out for Mama. I don't care what a Negro didn't get. I was gonna do for Mama. Mama Joyce is, in my opinion, Mama Joyce is well within her rights. That's right, Ray Ray Domino. But if she should have listened. What you say, King say, Carl?
You and Gabor, did y'all always see that in Todd? Because I used to kind of be in defense of him until I watched the wedding special, and I watched that like years after it actually came out and saw how he was having difficulty with the whole prenup thing.
Child, I felt like that about him when I saw him.
It was pillow talk for me.
Ooh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What you saw in Pillow Talk?
When they said he was an opportunist, that's when I realized, okay, they not just saying that just to say it.
Because too many people were saying it, huh? And it was all from different. Her mama, the whatever the chick Natalie on the show. Yeah, I guess so. Everybody was insinuating he was an opportunist.
Oh,
yeah, he was.
So you always saw it. I was just telling Seanitra and us Marty, I didn't see it until I watched the wedding special.
Well, you have to understand that Todd. You have to understand that Todd used to work for the show. Okay, so Todd seen that Kandi was about to marry AJ, and didn't want AJ to sign a prenup or nothing. So and they was up there going to count, and he had 6 kids. And Mama Joyce say, you remember they went to counseling, and Mama Joyce said, "Why don't you want them to get married? What's the first thing that come to your mind?" And she say, "Child support."
There you go.
Child support. If he don't pay his child support,
and this person is attaching their child support case to your income and all that bull crap. Ain't nobody paying for your crumb crushers that you went and got all across America. Who asked you to be Johnny Appleseed?
Melvin.
All the kids and stuff. His kids and stuff after he done died and shit still staying over the house. I'm sorry. His kids and stuff after he done died, the kids and stuff still stand over at her house. Girl, no. Look, y'all gotta go, baby. I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to hit it and hold it. And not only that,
they was broke up. They had that thing though. They was broken up by that time, and they was still staying over there with her. Girl, please.
Being
and what killed me,
being silly. But I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes down to it with Kandi, I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I feel like what people looked at is like Kandi was being dumb. I can't say she was being dumb. I think she felt the pressure of what happens to Black women. You ain't got no husband. You ain't never been married. You know how they do you. And so I think she wanted to say she had been married, to say she had been chosen. Somebody married her. And I'm not even knocking her on her past because people marry hoes all the time. It ain't that deep. But I think she just wanted to say, I've been married. And I think that's why we starting to see her open her eyes up a little bit. Once she got past that whole fever of just needing to be married, okay, baby, been there, done that. You done been married. And now that you done it, can't nobody never tell you that you can't get married. Ain't nobody gonna marry you. They can't do you like they did King. They can't drag you back that. They can't say, oh, she can't keep a man. That toddler stayed there 10 years living in her purse, in her change purse.
And you know,
she's starting to open her eyes.
Bravo put that battery in her back to get married. That's what I think.
And the funny thing about it is she identifying. Now she identifying herself as bisexual now all of a sudden.
That's what
Girl,
she's saying.
how all of a sudden now you
Bi-dagger.
becoming a bisexual? Oh, not bi-dagger. How all of a sudden you calling yourself a bisexual and you done been married the last 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Because she been going with women with him. Hell, for all we know, that might be how she got into it. Like, okay, we got to have threesomes for me to stay. Ain't no telling.
Mm.
That man really,
Oh,
really, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that dude. That
like
little garden
Shamari and her
gnome.
husband.
Well, see, that's different. I feel like Shamari wanted to do what she was doing, and so she did it. I feel like Kandi was doing what she was doing to please the man to keep the man. And that's a whole different that to me, that's a whole different type of desperation.
I see
Period.
it.
I just want her to get her paperwork together, open your eyes and close your purse.
Amen. Get
Don't
it
let him
together.
fake open up now another business.
Okay.
Let's lock that money down.
No more
Let's lock
restaurants.
it down.
No more OLGs.
No
They
more
got
restaurants,
OLGs.
baby. No
They
taco
got
trucks.
they got OLGs, Papacitos, tacos. They got OLGs, breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah,
Y'all
no
can't
more
even get the
restaurants.
regular
No more
OLGs
nothing.
right.
And they're gonna take
Thank you. We
Brian's
up here
egg roll
feeling
business too.
okay. She need to chill out with that because I said from the gate, he's starting all them businesses so he can claim half of something because he
Yes, he do
wasn't
them.
making no money.
And the cameras are
That's true.
watching him do it. The
Yes.
Bravo cameras are watching him do it.
Thank you.
Remember when he was opening OLG that day? I was trying to open up
Mm-hmm.
OLG. He didn't even. I ain't take a bath in 6 weeks.
Yep. So he can pretend like,
They
see what
coming
I'm
in
doing.
there. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
coming in there trying to do stuff. I got it. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
But on the
He
show,
putting
didn't know how
on
to
for the
cook not one
cameras
dish.
because all of that is going to go to court when it's all said and done. Hey, Mimi, and then get this. On top of that, look at social media. He was on there. I'm tired of being daddy daycare. All that stuff. He's sitting up there building a case against her, so he could. So in the end, he could say, "Well, she was only able to make the money on Housewives and the Shy because I was watching the kids and try to claim part of her income too. She better watch that stuff."
But sis, have you ever watched The Shy?
Hell no.
Okay, Kandi is barely on The Shy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
she's barely on The Shy. She ain't got no role, no hell of no role on No Shy.
Like Garcelle.
You're right.
But she got a couple of. She got, Garcelle ain't had no lines in Coming to America. Kandi do get a couple of lines, but she ain't no hellified. You know what I'm saying? She ain't nobody on the show that people are just miss. So for her to just be going, I'm on The Shy, I'm on The Shy, is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I forgot what else I was about to say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just her ego. Her ego so big. Oh, another thing is Kandi think it's funny. That's the funny part about it. I think that Tall was gonna try and do it forever, but the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are up here doing this on this show. Your mama done already got on TV and said that Mama Joyce already got on TV and said that Tall Daddy was a pimp and his mama was
Was the bottom B.
yeah.
Lord.
And that woman ended up passing away, and you still up here trying to make me look bad on camera and for a storyline.
Yeah,
Because she
acting
don't
like
never have no storyline. Ain't no storyline ever about her.
and
You know what I'm
there
saying?
is no Kandi line. There's no Kandi storyline. Now I'm gonna say this trip to get this paperwork right starting to look pretty good to me. I say, oh, Kandi got something for us.
Candy gonna be crying over there with Rashida. Over there gonna be trying to eat on Rashida them.
No,
Boy.
she getting her paperwork straight. That what she better do.
Yeah,
Get your paperwork straight because Mimi say he's an angry Ewok, and I say he is an absolutely disgruntled garden gnome. I don't trust it.
that second apartment storyline didn't kind of fizzled
Hell
out, didn't it?
no.
Yeah.
But what it did do was him to hurry up and say, well, my name ain't on this house. You didn't buy it. Why the hell should your name be on it?
Mm-hmm.
Negro.
But see, that's how. Remember though. Remember, see what happens is when you get in front of that camera for a long time, you get the line. Because
Mm-hmm.
Kandi was trying to say that they bought that house together. Remember that? We bought that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We bought this
Remember
house
she was
together,
arguing with
mama.
Mama Joyce, and
Yes,
she
but
said
they
Yep.
that's
rather
our
lie
house. And
than
Mama Joyce
lie.
said, "Girl, you bought that house,
Lie.
girl. You did
Lie.
that."
That's right. But see, Mama Joyce be keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
why
got
I
a
like
house that
Joyce.
you live in. And see, that's what I'm saying. The more I think about it, I get upset. My chest starting to hurt. Because when Mama Joyce, when he had bought Mama Joyce, remember when Candy was getting Mama Joyce a house? And Todd was
Yeah,
like, oh, everybody just get houses around here. You get a house, you get a house. I could do whatever I want for my man, for my
with my
mama.
money. How the hell? I'm
Exactly.
a girl. Listen,
I
let me
know
tell you
that's
something.
right.
Look at your good boy. Get your niece.
What's good,
Get her.
Geneva?
Look what that
Geneva
fool
Diva. Todd wanted to be a kept woman.
Sure enough, did.
say. Get your niece. I'm
He's
tired
been
of
a
her.
kept woman for a couple years now.
But this is
Mm-hmm.
the thing. I'm trying to understand. I can't imagine a man telling me what not to spend that I made on my mom.
Before you.
I know that's
Before,
right.
like
What I
y'all
done made before
dating.
you. Not even your money. This is money I got before
This
you.
money I made. Edgar boy, you was on the phone with me while I was doing real crazy outlandish stuff when it came to my mama. I
Mm-hmm.
wish a Negro would tell me what I can't do for my mama.
And then when jobs and that's another thing too though. I felt so bad for Don Juan. I would never forget. I felt so bad for Don Juan. Remember when Todd had just started working there? He started trying to bossing out orders of Don Juan and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-uh.
Well, he a part of the team. Candy talking about you serious? And Don Juan was like, yes, I'm serious, girl. I planned your wedding, and I didn't even get a chance to go to my mama's wedding because I was working on the beach. And you gonna have this nigga coming here and trying to tell me what to do?
Uh-uh.
No, God. You
Because
can let him
that's
run
what
what
it
y'all got
was.
over in y'all house, but y'all, he ain't running me.
Uh-huh. But that was the whole point. He felt like, okay, I married her, so I get to come in and take over everything that's hers. Boy, you better grow
Hmm.
something of your own.
Well, that's what the dude from Jagged Edge said. One of them twins said that Candy had a way of making him feel like when they was together that whatever she had was his.
Them
You
jagged
know what I'm
Uh-huh.
edges be
saying?
talking.
And guess what?
All of the dudes from Jagged Edge was over there living in her house.
Mm.
The mama
Yep,
said that
like
she
it
used to
was
go over there
his.
and clean up. Yeah, the mama from said she used to go over there and clean up because that house was tore up.
Okay,
They was
hey
leaving that
Andrew
house
Mack, we
tore up.
miss you.
And
Look at Mac,
see,
good boy.
what's good,
Mac,
Andrew Mack? Ain't nothing wrong with being kept. Ain't nothing wrong with being kept. Ain't nothing wrong with being kept.
and
I'm
ain't
just
nothing
saying.
wrong with you with having to earn your keep either.
You got to be correct with it. Can't be
You know,
preventing
but
people from spending their money.
she that's what Portia was getting at when she was like, "Girl, you know you done been asked by everybody, R&B groups. You know what I'm saying? Them Jagged Edge
Mm-hmm.
boys is over there living in her house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Push ain't
Straight
gonna
up.
lie.
Oh
But
yes, she is. But yeah,
Well,
it's
Portia
just
is a
crazy.
liar
I
now.
hope she is waking up because part of me really feels like Candy was doing all that extra stuff, and I know everybody joke call her sugar mama. That's kind of what she was. But I feel like she was doing that because she wanted somebody to choose her. And now that she's been chosen, I think she's got it out of her system now. I think she's like, yeah, all right, I've been chosen. Cool. Now let me close my purse. And I hope that's where she's at.
mm.
Like for real. Like every woman got their own insecurities. Maybe that was hers. Maybe it was like, I want to actually be chosen. I don't want to be somebody you sneaking with. I don't want to be your little secret. I don't want to be none of that. I want to be the wife.
Not close the purse though.
Close the purse. Close your purse.
Mm.
Close the
Shut it
purse,
Mm.
close the
down.
legs.
It come a
You know what
time
I'm
when you gotta
saying?
shut the bag, baby.
She,
Shut it.
I like what she did for Riley. You know what I'm saying? Riley was
Me
able to
too.
go on an internship in New York. She
Mm.
had Riley. Riley wasn't living in any apartment. Riley was living in the same apartment that Dorinda lived in from Real
Thank you.
Housewives in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Precisely.
She had Riley set up for success. You know what I'm saying? And if you got it, why not? All this struggle shit that Todd trying to do. I'm sorry. All this struggle stuff that Todd trying to do with his kids and stuff. No sir.
Uh-huh. But now let me tell you something. Candy was on point with that. She was talking about that earlier this season with Marlo. Like, who told y'all that struggle has anything to do with the black experience? Like she said,
Mm-mm.
when it's well, she didn't
No,
say
that's
clear,
right.
but I'ma say it. When it's clear cheering and they do for their children and set them up in the best positions and use whatever connections they have and make them comfortable, it's okay. But every time it's a black kid, oh, they got to learn how to struggle. Why?
That's how I felt
Why?
about Candace.
I
That's
will
how
give
I felt
my
about
children
Candace.
everything that I can afford to give my children. The only reason that your niece ain't got a Porsche is because her mama couldn't buy her one. That's the only reason she didn't have one.
It was the only thing that I did disagree with about Candace is that would no man be in there living off my daughter, especially no good one.
Oh hell no. It wouldn't have been no man in there, period. If it was a man in there, it better be Jesus. It better be like the
Jesus.
fiery furnace. I locked 3 people in here and now I see 4. When I come back and it's a man in there, it better be on fire. Now, the other man better be the Lord. Period. I don't play them games about no man living on no child of mine.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't care if my child hit the Powerball. Let me find out you bought a Negro a sandwich and I hear something about it.
I
Let
know
me
that's
just
right.
hear it.
But yeah, that's the only thing is, and I don't know. I believe I had saw an interview with Chris. Chris was like everybody trying to say that he never worked and stuff. That's the way that you can't get mad at nobody because that's the way that they put it on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way that they put it on TV.
You talking about
But
Candace's Chris, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Chris was trying to say that they was living somewhere else, and when they moved, the
He was an
house where they was
intern.
living at wasn't where they was living at wasn't like Potomac-esque, and that's why they ended up moving up in their house.
In the townhouse.
Yeah, in the
And mind you,
townhouse.
that's what he claimed. And yes, baby, I said it, not a sandwich. Not a sandwich, not even a quarter to call his mom on a deathbed. Nothing. And I mean that. A man should be able to get his own. Period.
Chris is an intern. That's all.
But this is the thing when it come to Chris, little Dusty Christopher. You supposed to be a cook, so you say. You done had ample opportunity. You did one thing on that show or 2 things on the show where you actually cook some food and let them people eat. You ain't even trying to market yourself while you there. Peter at least marketed himself. Now he got bar 1 jumping like flapjacks. But instead of you marketing yourself, you sitting up here doing nothing, being loud, getting involved with stuff that you need to be quiet about. You know, then we got to hear that you supposed to be doing catering, but you really just selling chicken dinners out the kitchen window. You know.
Yeah, he said that Kandi and Tatum called him and
Even
told
Ralph
him,
trying to get
"Nah,
a
you
book
need to
out.
be." Yeah, Kandi and Tar had called him and told him, "If you're a cook, you need to be trying to put yourself up." You know what I'm saying? Like they were trying to get him. You know what I will say about Kandi? Anything that she got going on, she gonna put it on the show. And they
Yeah,
were trying to
Kandi
tell
gonna
Chris, you know
market
what I'm
her
saying?
stuff.
You need to put your stuff out there. You ain't really putting your stuff out there. It shouldn't be an event that Candace have that they know that you ain't over there serving food.
And that's what I said when it came to that video shoot. Instead of him marching out there looking stupid with a clean apron on, you should have been there first. You should have been the first one there to receive people. It should have been nice little, cold hors d'oeuvres and little tapas and
Orders.
little, you know what I'm saying. But that's money though with catering. Sometimes you'll call a caterer and the hors d'oeuvre menu will be through the roof. Like you really could have showed off what you can do. And instead of him doing that, you come out there marching, looking crazy out the bushes with a clean apron on, and not so much as a bag of peanuts in your hand. Nothing.
I really
He
want
didn't
to see
even
the
do like Omarion and bring no watermelon for everybody. It was
not the
nothing.
watermelon.
Because the food that he cooked at the house that time when Candace had the event where she threw that night to Ashley, that food actually looked kind of good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But he ain't
From
got no
Mama's
hustle
table.
in him. You on this camera. You on this camera, you need to be trying to, every time we see you, you need to be trying to whoop something up. You know what I'm saying? So people can be like, okay, I want to go and try that. You know what I'm saying?
But
I
he ain't
don't
gonna
know.
do that because he lazy and sorry as hell. He with that girl because her people got bread and he want to live off them, period. And he thought that him being lazy wasn't nobody gonna notice because he clear.
What's Candace's mama name?
Dorothy,
Um,
Miss Dorothy.
Miss
She's really
Dorothy,
trying to be like now what's Candy's mama name? I didn't forgot Candy's mama name.
Joyce,
Mama
Joyce.
Joyce.
Joy.
She's been sending them the signals to Candace, but Candace ain't picking them up.
Yeah, she ain't picking it up. And look what the baby's saying. Now the baby's keeping it real. Chris is jealous of Candace, and that's gonna go bad. He's
Showing up
very jealous
is.
of her. See, people don't be peeping that. I had to tell my baby about that. You
A
gotta
lot of
hold that.
men can't. Because what happens is Chris may be, but I don't know. From what we see on Chris may be successful in real life. You know what
He
I'm
ain't.
saying?
Maybe.
And it's
He
not
ain't.
showing on the show. What happens is what Whitney Houston said. Uh, Tony Braxton said that Whitney Houston told her that they was gonna have to have a man who was comfortable with themselves because they are made women and they don't really, they, you know what I'm saying, the money that they bring in, they don't really need, they don't really need no man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They make more than most men. You get what I'm saying? So either they're gonna get a man that make more than them, or if they get a man that make less than them, it's gonna be hard for them to withstand that pressure. Oh, she make more than you, yada 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 yada. Well, really, what's hard going through? You know what I'm
But let
saying?
me
A
tell you
lot of
something
men
else.
can't
That's on
sit
the
under
man,
that.
though.
But this the thing: the jealousy from Todd and the jealousy from Chris is different for one. Well, for a couple of reasons, right? I do see envy with Todd, but it's envy because of Candy's success.
Mm.
Envy because of the fact that it's Candy's money. Everything is Candy's, including him, because you was bought and paid for it too. When it
He hit
comes
the
to
lotto.
Candace, when it come to Candace and Chris LaDingy, he's not envious of her success because she ain't got that much. What he's envious of is her family support and backing. He's envious
Mm-hmm.
of her parents being financially stable and leaving her and giving her generational wealth. He's envious of the opportunity that just coming from her family has given her. He wished that was him. It's the
Her
same
black
thing that
privilege is
it's
better
the
than his
same
white one.
thing. It's the same thing that you get from Giselle when it comes to Candace and when it came to Monique and when it comes to Wendy. It's like y'all black heifers got the life that I should have. And Chris is looking at her the same way. And if you messing with a man that is resentful of your background, your family backing, your success, your coin is always going to go bad. Mark my words.
Mm.
Hey, Taylor
That's
P.
exactly what it is.
You gotta always peep people. Like dudes will go from admiring you and talking about, oh, I love how your family back you up. Oh, I wish my family was like your family. When people start saying that stuff, you better watch them. You better watch them.
He
When
ain't
a man
showing it,
walk
OJ.
in, ladies, and they're like, when a man walk in and they're like, I just admire your work ethic, how hard you work for yourself, how you grind. Like I respect your grind. I respect everything you've been able to do. Be careful, because all that, oh, I respect, I like, it turns into, why the hell am I not as great as this woman? It's always a problem. Always.
And the thing
Candace
is,
setting
Todd,
herself up for a fall.
Candy trying to make it seem like Todd accomplished everything that she accomplished. Todd did.
Mm-mm.
That's what she tried to
She up
do.
there giving,
We
but you
did
know what,
this. We
Lamar?
did this.
A lot of women do that, like them chicks that pass the man the credit card before they go in the restaurant. Because it's embarrassing, because on deep down they know that they are not supposed to be supporting no man. They don't want nobody to know that you sitting up here. He only king. He's only the king because you literally holding the crown on his head. He ain't man enough. You don't want nobody to know you with a man that ain't a man. Now you in a whole LGBTQ relationship, and you don't want nobody to know it.
Oh Lord.
That she is letting people know it. She is letting people know it. That's why she identifies bisexual now.
Yeah,
When
because
she
she
did
got a
that,
woman in her bed.
yeah, that's when she do it. When she was over there
The child.
interviewing Benzino, she kept on saying, I'm the B, I'm the B, I'm
Mm-hmm.
bisexual. I'm like, girl, when did Candy started telling people she was bisexual?
Hmm.
Like, I know she said that she dipped in the ladies' pond before, but she ain't never identified herself as bisexual, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's for any woman. If you got a man that, oh, I respect this, I like this, I respect this, I like this about you, be careful, because real shortly you're gonna be in a lesbian relationship. That's all I'm saying.
Not a lesbian relationship.
Yeah, because Todd is another woman. Candy's a whole lesbian relationship right now. That's gay marriage all day.
Y'all think She Can't Pay is actually gonna have a fashion line by the end of the season, or is this just for the show?
She
It's
gonna
just
do a
for the
show, but
show.
I don't know if we're gonna ever be able to buy no items.
That's
Who
what I'm
gonna
saying.
buy? But my question is, let's be real. Did
Mm-hmm.
you? And if she got some man clothes, I would love to support. I would
I
love to support Ray Ray.
Me too.
I love a good
But
tracksuit.
for me to support Ray Ray, I'm gonna have to go in the store and get it because I don't trust her and Tyrone with my credit card.
You ain't
That's true
lying.
too.
But now it's
Right.
Martell, and you know Martell got some
So you put
fraud
that on
issues too now.
Alibaba.
hmm
You know
I
Martell
don't
got
trust you.
fraud issues.
I don't trust Sheree with my credit card information. It's gonna have to be in the store where I can come and put my hands on it, try it on, and leave them at the store with it.
through a third party.
Mm-hmm. There
Because
you
Ray
go.
Ray,
There's got to be a middleman when you deal with Sheree.
mm-hmm.
Lord Charlene say that's a word, Seanitra, because I dated a guy who made such remarks and he was jealous. I don't know why. Listen, Cece say run fast. I'm trying to
One
tell
of my
y'all.
friends told me that the nigga that she talked to told her that she trying to compete with him.
That's what happens.
She
That's
was
what
like, "We
happens.
ain't even
Before
together.
you
We
know
ain't
it,
even together."
let me tell you something. Before you know it, you end up the relationship goes from being a relationship to this person is in a quiet competition with you that you don't know nothing about. Then before you know it, they start accusing you of competing with them. You don't even know what they're talking about because they've been having this going on in their head for months. While you thinking that's your man, that's slowly becoming your woman.
My God.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Have
lot
you
of people in lesbian relationships and don't know it.
mm, and I don't know what's right wrong with Martell. I mean, don't get me wrong, Martell is kind of well. He was, at first I don't know what it is. Before I started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, I thought he was easy on the eyes. But when I started watching, it was like,
He funny
nah,
looking.
nah.
Mm-mm. Real Lord, look at Andrew Mac clowning. Max say Todd gonna turn into Caitlyn Jenner. Hasn't he
Oh my
already?
word! Oh my
Didn't he
word!
already? I thought he did.
Ouch.
I
Oh
thought
my
he did.
word!
I mean, in the words of Kim, I think he working at a Birkin. That's what I think. That's what it looked like to me. Lord, here Charlene telling everything. She said them Dustish ninjas will even accuse you of being jealous of them. Sure will. You say Martell act ugly too. He do.
When people get to talking about jealousy in a relationship, then it's time to bow out.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to hit it. Good night, Zelene. Ty say a dude that I dated traded his work truck for an old Jaguar. That chum bucket was cutting off at every traffic light. I'm through. I don't want no man like that. You better keep that work truck and hustle. Mm-mm. You, Lord, Auntie, he would say, sound like a good song. Your man has become your woman. Mm-mm-mm. But listen, y'all. Okay, final thoughts for the people who watched the episode. If we got a graded A through F, what you giving them this episode?
Am I the only one that watched it?
Mm-hmm.
um, I'll give it a C.
You give them a C.
Yeah.
Lord, okay. Andrew Mack gave him a C too. I'm gonna give him a like a C plus. I'm gonna give him a C plus. It was some stuff in there. It was annoying. It was very annoying. Deborah Randall gave him an F. She said they flunked. Queen Me say B. Happy to be happy said A for drama. Okay, I feel you. Kimber Monique flunked them. She said they failed. Nisa say C minus. Baby girl say C. Auntie Eva said B. Maybelline says she'll give them a C. So it's looking like they made a strong C minus this episode based on everybody. God dang, Tyler Net said a negative F, a F minus. Dang. Obi said they was annoying but entertaining. So how you grading them? What you giving them? A C plus. Well, with all them Fs, I think by the time we offset the Fs with the Cs, the 1A to 1B, I think they got a solid C minus. Yeah, the 50 minutes in the parking lot was ridiculous. It was real ignorant.
But that was
It
really
really
the
was.
whole episode.
For real. For real. So why do I get the feeling like the most interesting thing next episode about to be Candace's trip to go get this paperwork done?
I told you I got distracted because I didn't know who Riley was. I know people had said her face had changed a little bit, but I hadn't seen her.
Oh, Candy.
Poke
Yeah.
Candy.
Oh
I didn't
Lord, the
know who
baby
that
says
was, and
I was trying to be generous with the C minus. Y'all get towards the D. Boy, y'all, this is a tough crowd. Tough crowd. I don't know. I feel like Riley is still a cute girl. Am I wrong?
A little bit.
Oh man.
She's not an ugly girl though. She just I
Dang.
think it's just that it's different
Mm.
and
That's how I feel. I think we just used to seeing her one way. That's all.
Mm.
I don't think Riley don't know
it's
who
not a
she
good
is either.
different
She
though.
probably don't.
That's a great big
Yeah.
old girl. You remember Candy told her at the wedding special? Talking about, I'm just say, you sure got a girl over here, a great big old girl. Candy was like, I got two girls, and she was like, girl, you got a great big old, you got one great girl over here.
That's right. Ain't no, oh, I got two girls. You don't put somebody else's child on the same level. Come on, man. I didn't like that
Exactly, that's
either.
what I be saying. Come on.
That ain't right. Now it's cool. You supposed to love your husband, children. Ain't nobody telling you to be mean, but don't diminish your kid and make them feel like, well, dang, I'm not special to my mama no more. Hell no.
Right.
Your baby supposed to always feel like I'm still special to my mama. My mama
Boy.
still thinks I'm precious. It shouldn't be, oh well, I mean, you precious, but no more than this other person. Come on now, get the hell up out of here. Your baby supposed to always feel like they something special to you.
And Candy let that girl had that surgery so early and stuff. And my
Mm.
whole thing is, y'all, yeah, Kylie had that certain stuff and stuff had that stuff early, but Candy money ain't long like that to where if you know what I'm saying. That was too early for Riley. She gonna be walking around here looking like Donatella Versace.
She didn't even need it. Kylie needed it, but Riley didn't need it.
Yeah, Riley didn't need it. I would have made her lose about 50 pounds before we got it done. Because you know what I'm saying. We don't know how
Lord,
you would look if you lose a little weight. I'm just
Oh my
saying.
God, Mimi
Well,
Williams.
leave it to Mimi. That's our head snatcher,
she
Jesus. I'm
do.
not even
She
gonna
do.
go
She do
there.
look like Umberta. She do look like
Oh,
Umberta.
But she favor her auntie now. Come on, y'all.
not on
She do look like
Bertha.
Bertha.
She didn't used
But
to
middle
though.
That's the mean
aged.
one though.
But middle
That's
aged.
but Riley. Listen, if I didn't know that Candy was Riley's daughter, I would have thought that Riley was Ace mama.
Oh,
You can't
Oh
tell me Riley
boy.
don't look like she done had about two kids. Come on now.
Oh good boy. Okay, all right, no
That's a
comment.
great big old girl. That's a great big old girl.
No comment.
Come on now.
Ouch.
oh Lord. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not.
I'm just
I
saying. Can
just
we talk? Is this a safe space?
Hey, you
it's a
talking?
safe space.
Okay.
It's a safe space. But I okay, this is how I feel, right? Every girl ain't gonna be skinny.
They
Every
ain't.
girl ain't gonna be slim. And I feel like the minute that one of our girls is a girl that's not naturally slim or skinny, we want to say they
Mm-hmm.
look old or look like whatever. She just looked like a
Mm-mm.
baby that's
That
got
ain't
fat
it.
on.
You know, that ain't it. I come from a family of big women. Riley was around here grown with 32-inch weave in her head and stuff at 14 years old and stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Riley
that
looked
was
like
a
a
lie.
grown woman. Riley was
She
around
went
there
from a
wearing
baby to an
lashes and
adult in one
shit.
season.
Yeah. Riley was wearing lashes and shit and all
Her
up.
mama was
No.
letting her. Her mama
Yeah,
was letting
bro,
her
that's what
act
I'm saying. She
grown,
looked like a grown woman. She looked like a grown woman now. Come on
fixing up
now.
too
It
much.
ain't got no,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm with you on that part. And I thought, Lord, Ivy Life Coach Faker boy got me
She
down.
probably can't. No, I'm not trying to have you done Ivy Life because you know what I'm saying. But I know that Riley probably came to her with weight concerns, and Candy was probably like, "Well, baby, we're gonna dress you up, but no, we're gonna lock the refrigerator, baby. We're not putting no
Oh
lashes
my
And the
and
same,
God.
32-inch weave in
and
your
then,
head, baby. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna try to get it down."
but now I'm gonna tell you something else too. As a mama with
Mhm.
two girls,
Mhm.
you gotta be real about your child's body type and all of that,
Mhm.
and you gotta look at genetics. Now, while Candy was thinking it was cute going with that woman husband, you should have
Mm.
looked at the way that man was shaped up. You didn't think that that was gonna hit your baby possibly.
It hit
While
her.
you
Hit her.
running
Hit
to
her.
tell the lady you pregnant, while you running to tell the lady you pregnant, hoping she'll leave her man, you wasn't thinking, what if it's a girl? What if she, you know what I'm saying, end up built like her daddy or her daddy people? Like you got to think about that. You
Oh.
got to be careful who you run around here
Mhm.
breeding with. You know
Mhm.
what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
You
Yeah,
got
that's the
to,
truth.
because just
That's a
because
great big
it's a
old girl.
girl,
She tall
sometimes
just like her. Yeah. She
she just
she is
she's
tall.
shaped
She
up
way
like
taller
her
than
father.
Candy.
Good boy.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
got that. She got a stature more like her daddy people, and that's nothing wrong with that. But we got to think about that stuff as women. When you go to breeding and making children, ain't no guarantee that that baby gonna look just like you.
Block with a bow.
Ooh.
Now you know what?
No, she do look like she built like her daddy, but she do look like Ace and
Yeah,
Bertha.
she looked like her mama people in the face, but like her shape and her stature, her height and stuff, her bone structure is more like her daddy people. You got to be careful. Yeah, I think she's a beautiful girl. And I think it's a tightrope when a girl is weighty, or if a girl
Beautiful.
is kind of real, like is shapely too. Like if a girl got shape, like got that boom shakalaka, you can't
Mm-hmm.
throw a bunch of weave and
Not the
eyelashes and
boom
nails on that girl
shakalaka.
because
Mm-mm.
somebody gonna, even if they don't think she grown, they gonna pretend that they think she grown and run after your kid. You can make them look grown too fast.
Yeah, because when the girls be looking grown and stuff, they usually look like 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? Riley look like she
Uh-huh.
went straight to 35. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
well,
She.
and that's
Cynthia
what I
daughter
was
is an
getting
example
at.
of that.
But that's what I was getting at too. Candy do have a little bit of a weight problem. Her weight to go up and down too, but she's shaped
Mm-hmm.
different, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is the
Like
thing.
Oyster.
When it when it comes to girls, weight ages you. Like when you got more weight on you, you look older. Like you'll see older women that don't look that great, but if she's slim, they be like, "Oh, she's still bad." So it's like weight ages you, especially if
Mm-hmm.
you got weight across your top half, your back, or your tummy. Especially if a lot of your weight is in your face, and a lot of Riley's weight is in her face. So it'll automatically give the perception that like, oh, she looks older. Like any mama who looks at that girl can tell she's a kid. But it's just not easy. Like being a girl ain't easy, period. So I feel like Candy could have done a lot of stuff different. I don't think Candy maybe Candy didn't know what to do. Let me just say that. Maybe she didn't know what to do because it
Well,
is
she was
difficult.
never there.
She was wrapped up in the show.
Yeah, she too busy doing her thing. Lord, shaped like a block with a lace front. I am
Wow.
Ooh.
so
Oh,
dead.
Accurate. And what I didn't like that Candy did on the
Not
show is
accurate.
I think that Candy be thinking that she doing good. I think that Candy has a hard time taking the lens off of herself and putting it in somebody else's point of view. Because I didn't like
Right.
how when she got married to Todd and had Ace, all of a sudden she kept on asking, she got this storyline with Block and telling Riley, why don't you call Block? Why don't you call Block? And Riley just
man.
busting out crying. You
Yeah, I
know what
didn't
I'm saying?
like
And
that
she like,
either.
what's wrong? What's wrong? Because you got this complete family over here and she the
Right.
outsider. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah,
you're
that's her daddy.
reminding her
But he
basically saying, well,
exactly.
his daddy here, so go get your daddy. Like that
Yeah,
was
her and
bullshit.
Ace
Yeah.
of Us got dads. She don't.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Uh-uh.
like it's a sad situation. That's why it's like when it comes to Riley, I just can't see. I personally, I can't see no bad on her. I don't. I just feel like she's young and she's gonna find herself eventually. Sometimes it take you to you in your 30s and 40s to find yourself, and I think she's gonna find her beauty. She's gonna find everything that she needs. Lord Jerry
And that's
I
what
in
she
the
need
house.
to
Are you
leave the
My dog
you
service.
saw that
Ray.
What's
comment?
good, Jerry I?
Hopefully Riley didn't inherit our
Or
candy
King?
genetics by not respecting sexual boundaries. Oh my.
But I seen Riley had a clip man not too long
Let
ago.
Portia tell it.
Yeah, she was with some funny looking little clear boy. Obi say
Uh-uh.
clearly she's working on it because she looks her best in a long time this season. But get this, when she came on RHOA, she was almost like a stick. Talking about Candy. Oh yeah, Candy was much smaller when she first came on, but that's what time do you. That's how
Oh
time do you.
yes.
You keep living. All of a sudden that Coke bottle go from a Coke bottle, from a 20 ounce to a 2 liter. It happens.
Because I remember when Riley was raising Ace, she had lost all that weight. You know what I'm saying?
With
She
all
had a
that
trainer.
aggravation.
Candy
Mm-hmm.
had all that. Candy had her trainer over there, and she had lost all that weight. And last season,
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the season, girl, when the
Mm.
pandemic hit, baby, and they was in the sprinters taking Riley to college, baby. That was a full grown woman standing out there, child.
Legs, hips, and
Everybody was
body.
like, "That's Riley," because it was Riley. It was more weight gain, and it was a new nose.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And everybody was like,
Yeah.
"That's Riley." And I remember somebody had a meme of Patti LaBelle holding her jaw, saying, "I'm having a hard time believing this is Riley."
It be the nose, just like on New Jersey.
Mm.
Yeah, but it happens. Like it's unfortunate, but that's part of being a woman, baby. Them hormones is real. She had to go from a little girl to a young lady. Them hormones went to raging. You got a pandemic. You sitting in the house. You chewing, watching Netflix. Your hormones still acting up, popping like Crisco. It's a natural thing. It's unfortunate, but it's real. It's the same reason that y'all men can quit drinking soda and drop 10 pounds, just like that. You can quit eating bread and boom, you done lost the weight that Drew lying about losing.
Oh man, poor Drew.
Estrogen is real. The nature of estrogen is that it will hold fat on your body. So it's not easy. And I'm not going to, go after the girl and talk about, shape like this. Look, that's still a kid. You know what I'm saying? That's a child under me. I'm not finna go there, but I just feel like I believe she gonna find herself. I hope she gonna find herself. And just be the best version of herself and be happy with it. And I'm with Jerry. I hope she don't end up like her mama running around trying to put vibrating panties on people, because that's just disturbing. That's strange and disturbing. That's creepy, actually. Hold on. Max said, y'all saw Kandi on Watch What Happened Live tonight. She was giving legs and hips and body. No, I didn't see that. I'm glad.
Yeah, I had seen a preview earlier on YouTube. She was saying that she was gonna be on the Shy Watch What Happens Live and Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight, and she was gonna interview Sheree's friend.
Mm-hmm. She was gonna interview Fatum.
Oh, the
Yeah, she was interviewing her.
Fatum.
Witch Hazel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The witch doctor. Yeah.
I can't believe that they stood in that room while that girl sat up there and put the incense under her vagina.
Under her pocketbook. Like, why would you do that? And they up there acting all wild and silly and sick. And the fact that I don't know. That was one time I was with Drew Sidori. I was with her on that one. Baby, I wouldn't have got up from that table either. I told y'all I probably would have left the whole building. By the time y'all start walking out acting like it's a ritual and you squatting with your coochie pop over smoke. Oh no.
Remember?
Drew,
yep, go ahead.
I was just saying, Drew came prepared because the prophet or whoever had already sent.
Yeah, the woman of God had already sent word, but hey man, look. All I can say, I would have got that check. I'd have been out of there.
Remember when Sheree had who baby shower was that? I think it was Shamia baby shower. They went to and they were trying to put that weenie in the cup. They had to bend over and put that weenie in the cup. They had to squat. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where is Shamia? I almost missed her. I forgot about her. I forgot about her until you mentioned her.
Really?
She was all right. She would be the one to get Phaedra together on the reunion. I like that moment.
One time.
I like that moment.
She was gonna live more reunion.
Yeah, Shamia is not real. It's not real entertaining.
I ain't really like Shamia. The most interesting Shamia was when Phaedra said she doing both. She's doing both. Listen, y'all, I'm sorry.
I said earlier, like even if you don't like Phaedra gave you some low down dirty.
Baby, baby season 9 was the best season of Real Housewives of Atlanta to me, baby. I love Nene, but season 9 when Kandi and Phaedra was going at it was everything. Okay.
Yeah.
When Phaedra sat up there and was tucking her tail when Sheree and Marlo brought out that they said that Kandi was a lesbian, and she's sitting up there popping them bottles, baby. Phaedra, we ain't never seen Phaedra drink like that, baby. Phaedra was chugging. She thought she was about to be found out.
When she was stuck on stupid at the reunion, I said, "Oh, Phaedra, I ain't never seen Phaedra like that."
Obi, I agree with you. That did seem like a legit ritual. Sure did. I wasn't digging it. Yeah, them incense ain't gonna help if your pocketbook is haunted. First of all, how many Negroes you had to have in your cat before it's haunted? They talking about it like she got enough Negroes in her pocketbook for it to be the National Cemetery at Arlington. What the hell going on in your stuff that is haunted? Haunted with what? How many spirits done been there? Are they still in there? How big is it that it can house this many people that is haunted? Why do you need smoke to run them out of there? Like, I had so many questions about that. That was just some straight witchcraft for no reason. Why are we doing this?
The spirit of Bob.
I'm excited.
said it had to be some hair on it. in order for
Yeah,
the
talking
shell
about
to
they got to be
catch.
some hair on it for it to work.
Spaghetti.
They got to. Oh, jeez.
Don't eat the
Uh,
spaghetti.
Well, you
uh.
know, I hear some women say that they keep some hair on it. They keep some hair on it because they don't want it to look like no baby.
And I understand that, but the fact that that
Mm-mm.
Fatum was talking about you
Nope.
got to send the smoke up there and you need hair on it for it to work. That's why I say that sounds like straight up witchcraft. Like, girl, if you don't get away from here with this, I'm still looking at Drew Sidora like you was right not to get involved, but why didn't you leave?
Did you? Let me ask you a question. Off subject.
Mm-hmm.
Did you end up seeing the Valley where the girls get naked?
No, I'm gonna watch it when tonight when I get
Oh my
off.
god. Oh my god.
Don't tell
Okay.
me what happened. Don't tell me. Don't tell me
Well, I
what
gotta
happened.
tell you this. This ain't
Lamar
about P
spoiled
Valley
it for
though.
me already.
No, this
Uh-huh.
ain't. I ain't. This ain't about P Valley, but it's a girl from Nigeria named Toby Amusan.
You
Okay.
texted me, yeah.
Yes, she broke the world record in the 100 hurdles in the semifinals.
Get it,
Right.
girl. Get it.
Broke the
Get it.
world record in the semifinals and
Okay.
came back in the finals and broke it again.
Get it, girl.
Yeah.
Get it, girl. That's what I'm
What
talking
team she
about.
play
Break
for?
records and then break
Play
records and then
for.
break your own records.
She run for Nigeria.
Mm.
Hey man, look, anytime a sister's doing her thing, get it, girl. I'm proud of her. Like I don't even know that sister, but I'm proud of you, baby. Break records and then come back, break your own goddamn record.
But you
Now
know.
that's the perfect example of you being your own competition. That's the bomb.
hmm
That's that Michael Phelps stuff right there.
Yeah.
hmm
That look, that's where it's at.
That's that Sydney McLaughlin stuff.
Usain
Yes,
Yeah.
love.
Bolt.
Yes, she
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Dora say not the haunted pocketbook. That's what they said, that it was haunted pocketbooks, baby.
Yes, she did. But yeah. I don't know, y'all. For me, y'all, I feel like that Sheree is a little slow.
Yeah,
You know
she
what I'm
is
saying? I
slow.
think that
Mm-hmm.
we. I,
It's a
I
little
think that
touched.
she. I think she's an MR and was able to get away from it because of how she looked.
Overboard.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I think
Mm.
she's an MR, bro. For real though, I think that's the only logical explanation that we can get. You know what I'm saying? She's slow. And what I think of is when I never
Okay.
forget when remember when Portia was leaving the stage after they found out that she had lied, that Phaedra had lied, and she
Uh-huh.
got up and was walking away, and Sheree was like, "Oh my god!" When I think about that, I'm just like, yeah, she a little slow.
Yeah,
She a little
she
slow. I'm pretty sure they was like, "Girl, give dramatics." She give dramatics, and she was like, "Oh my god!" She a little
that
slow.
was the best she could do.
A divorce. She wanted some 7 figures. She didn't have She just a little slow.
She hired
She a
Phaedra
little
as a
slow.
lawyer. She's just a little slow.
Hired Phaedra as a lawyer and tried to blame everything on Phaedra.
Yeah, when really you just didn't have a case. And what's crazy when it comes to Sheree, I think her issue is that Sheree, from what I heard of her before this show, Sheree was kind of one of the little it girls in town. She was invited to all the parties. She was always on set on the deck.
Mm.
She was on every set, but it didn't look like nobody was trying to keep her though.
Mm-mm.
And I think that Sheree want to be more grand than she is. She really don't know how to pull it off, and it
So
it
what
just
I
don't
think,
work.
yeah, what I think happens is I think sometimes you have some women who think that their white counterparts are living lives that they are not really living. And I think
Hmm.
that with Sheree is she's almost so grand till it's ridiculous. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, come on, let's come down to earth and be realistic now, Sheree. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
She's not ready for that.
Yeah, if you
She's
just watch
not
the first
ready.
season, you think Sheree was some big like star in Atlanta the way she be talking.
Yeah, she made me. I was so upset because she turned out to be BS.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. I think that's why her
BSB.
She by Sheree never really went nowhere. She wants to be so grand. Sometimes she's not able to pull off the stuff that she wants to pull off. Like she can't be regular and normal and like just complete something. She's so busy trying to be grand and over the top, and I got to be better than everybody. I got to show you I'm bigger than you, and you so extra that you can't ever complete nothing. She can't never pull the trigger.
The carpet was tore up in her house the first season, but I remember the man. Her gate wasn't working either to get into her to her house. But also, I remember the man. He passed away now, but the man from the runway show with Heidi Klum had told her that he get people all the time. A lot of NBA wives and NFL wives want to come up with these clothing lines and stuff. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? They just
you
at
talking
home
about Michael
bored.
Knight when Michael Knight
Yeah,
came by there. That's my
yeah.
boy. Yeah.
And told her that, and she was like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Sierra is essentially doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Russell done got that big contract, and now all of a sudden she's sending clothes to people like Beyonce was doing with Ivy Park.
Mm-hmm.
So Sheree wanted to do an evening gown where I couldn't come up with the clothes, so you sitting up here. Oh, I said it was a viewing. I never said it'll be a runway. I said it'll be a view. Girl, cancel the show.
Yeah, just cancel it.
Cancel the show. You sitting up here with drawings of the clothes. So it turned into evening wear. Then it was non-existent, and now it's some
It's joggers that never showed up,
joggers.
and water bottles and a yoga mat that she only made one of so she could have it.
But girl, I don't even know how to do. I'm not even really. I don't know how to make no logos or nothing like that. But I could have made a better logo than she did. That was on that mat and stuff. That look like that's simple. But
She
look, she
paid
thought Sheree
somebody to
signed
do
and
that
she
little
died.
logo, and she
Oh
hanging
Ray
on to it.
Ray. Oh Ray Ray. I. Oh Ray.
Well, you know what? Kandi gave us some real advice tonight on this. She ain't gonna never do nothing. But she was just like, you need to hire a team. And she was sharing with her that somebody told her the same thing. Like, you trying to do everything on your own. And basically you trying to run this big business on a bootleg budget. You need to hire a team. And Kandi was like, when I hired a team, that's when I was able to get something done. So Sheree need to get some people up under her. I had a older sister, could have been an auntie, and very successful older Black woman. Like, she make her money, she quiet with it. And she told me basically the same thing. She was like, if you want to go somewhere, you got to build it like a pyramid. You got to build your team like a pyramid. Don't try to do it on your own, because if you try to do it on your own, it ain't gonna never go right. And that's solid stuff. Sheree wasn't trying to get no team, because I don't feel like Sheree really had the budget to do the grand crap she wanted to do. So in lieu of hiring people, she told herself, I can do it by myself. You can't.
No more sitting at home alone.
There you
Why
go.
you're out with somebody else?
I'm not finna go there with you.
No more staring at the phone, 'cause I can do better by myself.
Okay. I almost went there with you. Nope. King say car said, I just got to work. All right, boo. But yeah, for real, it's just too much. Too much.
Yeah, Deborah Michael Knight passed away almost by at least almost 10 years ago, at
Yeah, it's
least.
been some years. That was sad too, because that brother was talented.
Yeah.
He was freaking talented. And it's so seldom that we get that kind of talent in a brother. And then after that, we got the advent of the Virgil Ablohs with the trash that they call fashion.
Somebody telling me you're creeping.
You so crazy.
Finding numbers in your jeans. You talking in your sleep. Fed up letters written by me. Ooh. But yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna let y'all go before Gabor take y'all all the way through the hits, because Gabor will do this. Gabor will take y'all all the way through the hits, and I'll be sitting up here laughing at him. And look, Tyler Net down here singing back. Tyler Net singing back up in the chat. See, we ain't finna do it. Yeah, don't y'all be encouraging my little brother. Don't encourage him, please. So listen, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I enjoyed y'all so much. Y'all don't know, this is so therapeutic for me, because unlike Marlo, like, I don't think I need to go see nobody right now. I have in the past, but I don't think I need to go see nobody right now. But y'all real live be my therapy for real.
When's your P Valley Live gonna happen? Tomorrow or Tuesday?
That's gonna be tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'm off, so I'll try to be there too.
Okay, all right. And look, Andrew Mack is singing it right along with you. You better be careful what you do to me. Okay. Lord Dora talking about let good boy sing his heart out tonight.
Turn around on you. You better be careful what you do to
say
me,
to me.
cause somebody might do it to you.
Y'all so crazy. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
We is finna get up out of here. So listen. First of all, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for loving me right back. Thank you for hitting the like button. And if you ain't hit it, go ahead and hit it because it's free. The second like button that I'm gonna need y'all to hit is the notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live on this good porch. And the third free button is the subscribe button. If your subscribe button is red, it means you ain't subscribed. Go ahead and hit it and turn it gray because we want you to come back. You know you enjoyed yourself. I hope you did. And we'll see you again soon. Y'all hop off this porch. Good night, sweet dreams. Some of us finna go watch P Valley. But I will see y'all tomorrow. And remember, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Anything you want to tell our family, good boy?
Y'all have a nice weekend. I mean, have a nice week. Have a blessed week.
All right. I love it. Night, y'all.
Bye bye.